right. Welcome to Master of the Game. I am Juce, and tonight we will continue the Fall of Plaguestone. Who wants to give a recap of last session? I know Paula was itching to do it, but she seemed.
You know what? I was so excited about it, but I really don't want to steal anybody else's thunder. So I'll graciously allow somebody else.
I'll
to
give
take
whoever
over.
a hero point if they do.
Last time on Fall of Plaguestone.
Winner.
That's all you're gonna do is one voice.
Come on, that's all I got. That's all I got in the tank.
That was as far as he had planned out, Bill.
That's as far as all I planned was the dramatic voice. I'm sorry.
Okay, I will summarize, but I will require Draven to correct me because there will be a lot of mistakes. Last time on Fall of Plaguestone, we were interrogated repeatedly by the sheriff and more or less accused of killing a really nice guy who we didn't kill, clearly.
Some of us were accused more than others.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think one person specifically was accused, actually, and the rest were...
They kind of
It felt a
said
little
that they
like
made
racism.
poisons before, though.
Yeah.
They kind of did admit guilt a little
They
bit.
brought it on themselves, but
Homeboy did ask me if I had magic that could choke someone to death. So that was pretty on the nose, just saying.
I felt like that should have been sent to HR, though. Like, you can't just ask people like that, stuff like that.
He was a very incompetent cop. We were interrogated repeatedly by an extremely incompetent cop.
Yes.
Yes. Who believes that everybody else in the city is on the up and up? It
They're just
would
fine.
Never be
Great people.
Wait.
Anybody else.
So he
Anybody
thinks
else.
the people he knows are completely fine, and you guys think the people you know are completely fine. So you have a lot in common with him.
We
Yeah,
know
fuck
less
that
people.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
true.
true.
we're also right, and he is wrong.
True, yeah. We know
Also
we didn't
true.
kill him.
Are
We
you
know we
sure?
didn't kill him.
Are you sure that Crick and I behind the scenes didn't work that out?
That's
Maybe.
actually a fair point.
That would be low key kind of dope. But then we went to the funeral or memorial, I don't know, of Bort, and it was a sad affair. And then we went and found a trap house to live in, which, was big. Like, we went through multiple of these before we found the right fit. And, we found that one that wasn't totally falling apart and like was kind of defensible, and we scouted it out, and we found a couple cool little magic things. Scrim found like this rune object that he could take and fit to his blade to give him magics. And then Draven found the other one, right?
No, Balthasar found it, but
I found it, but I think I gave it to Draven.
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
So that
To Durgan, excuse me.
Durgan. So,
Yeah.
but we had it was I think overall we kind of established ourselves in the town, and but now we got to get down to the nitty gritty and find out what really happened to Bort.
Right. Yeah. So you guys ended up oversleeping, and you had heard the sheriff seemingly walking down the street and calling for you guys. And when you came out, he didn't make it very far down the street. He was sweating profusely after taking like 10 steps away from the feed mill, which is the name of the tavern. And you guys approached him. You told him, he had told you that you guys were supposed to be there much earlier because it was afternoon now. And you guys said, well, why don't you take a load off and we'll go ask the same people you've already questioned this morning the same questions, is what you guys said. And that was where we ended last time.
Since
we
he
were
probably
off the
did it
majority
wrong.
of the night, correctly?
We were also, the funeral took all night, but we also discovered that Finnick, the goblin busboy, is missing.
Yeah, the sheriff said that Finnick didn't show up this morning from what he could
But
tell.
Finnick's great. He's great. He's such a nice guy. He'd never do anything wrong.
He's
right?
almost
and-
as great
and
as your
nobody-
two goblins.
Nobody knows where he lives or really
not
anything
weird at all.
about him. He just shows up to work and does
Correct.
an amazing job, and we question nothing about his entire life. Or
Yeah, the
No.
sheriff said he doesn't own any land in town. Yep.
Yep.
The sheriff has all the best people.
He does.
The sheriff is not helpful.
So,
The sheriff is the worst.
So you guys told him that he could be relieved, and he said, "Oh, great! I'll go back to the feed mill and have some drinks." But before we jump into that, I do want to quickly mention Super Chat. If you guys want to contribute hero points to the players, you can do so. Showing it up on the screen. I'm not going to go over it this time. I went over it last time, but the gist is $5 buys a single hero point for whichever player you want. $10 buys me a hero point, which I already have one right now. And $20 will buy the good guys 5 hero points. You can split it up among them or divvy it up however you want to whoever you want. So with that,
Are we the good guys? Juice, could we get an update on hero points? Because I had it written down on an index card, and now I can't find it.
So the gist is you can do a reroll just by spending a hero point.
No. I mean an update on the accounting of how many we have.
Oh, that one I don't know.
Oh, crap.
I would have to go. Actually, no, I take that back. I do have it written down.
There you go.
Right
look at
here,
you.
Because I don't think any were used last time. Paula has 2.
Oh,
Dave has
sweet.
1.
Okay, cool.
Bill has 1. Draven has 1. And Colin, you have 3. You're hoarding all the hero points. But
Because I'm a damn hero.
But 5 hero points. If you ever get to 5, you can use that to roll you don't even have to roll. You just get an auto crit if you spend 5. So there is that.
Kinda
And
dope.
you can also spend it to if you're dying to get up without any dying conditions or anything that was afflicting you is gone, and you get 1 hit point and you can get back up. So
I love that. All right.
That's some fun stuff you can do with your hero points.
Balthazar will be cured of leprosy.
He could be.
That sounds truly terrible.
Can I use my hero points for that, just so we don't have to worry about the smell anymore?
How many
No,
hero
we'll
points?
have
How many hero points does it take to make Balthazar smell nice forever?
it. Forever? Oh, man,
Yeah.
at least 20.
More hero points than there are in the world.
Yes, more than you have.
Fair enough.
I don't know. We could work that out if people in chat want to get.
I would not want to live that way. It sounds awful.
So, anyway, so you guys ended up. All right. I got a villain point. I love it.
Oh,
I love it. So somebody's already
man.
buttered. It's
Was that Doug?
Nerdarchy.
Was that
Nerdarchy's
Doug?
buttering me up.
Was it Doug?
No, it wasn't Doug.
Was it you?
It was Dave.
What are you doing
Bastards.
over there?
So let me add my villain.
Oh,
I want to see the
Dave,
tractor
can't
go up
wait.
in live action here.
Yeah.
All right, so I have 2 now. This is fantastic. Thanks, by the way. I appreciate that. So last time, like I said, so Rolf then says, well, I'm going to go to the feed mill and have some drinks, but there are a few people still over there if you guys want to come with me.
Yes. Scrim will go.
I'll get you a drink, Scrim. What do you drink?
Scrim drinks dirty water.
Dirty? I can't help you with that. I don't think they have dirty water.
I had
Want an
no idea
ale?
that we had the same taste in drinks. Scream.
Yes, they do. It's the dark one. Like what Durgan drinks, but darker.
Oh, so you want like some bourbon or something?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go get some of that.
To
Yeah.
celebrate Ort's life.
Oh,
That
it appears-
you know what, Scrim? That's very, very, very kind of you. Let's do that.
we had a misunderstanding. I thought you meant the water that had things crawling inside of it. I prefer that.
That is the stuff that you drink.
Yes, I thought we were bonding. Now I see
Scrim
I was
cannot
wrong.
drink this.
I thought you had a strong stomach, Scream.
Scrim and Crick have some cousins who can drink anything if they want.
I would like to meet them. They
They have
sound like my
strong
best
gut.
friends. I have to settle now for my best friend, Durgan.
Balthazar, didn't you say you wanted to be friends? Usually friends share drinks. And by share, I mean we have a drink at the same time. Let me buy you a drink too. I know you don't probably want some of this, but I just do, a quick drink with me.
Balthazar looks to Durgan, and Muriel as people he trusts, and is like silently, but a face of like, should I do it?
I'll just kind of nod. I think it's a good idea. I'm going to go with them too, just to make sure nothing happens.
It's good to.
Yeah, I mean, why
Balthazar
don't,
needs a minder. Yeah.
why don't we all go?
Yes, let us all go.
Okay.
We got to talk to the staff anyway.
And maybe find out more about Finnick.
Yes. I will have drink with you, Ralph, as I have been advised by my counsel that is a good idea.
Excellent, excellent. And he kind of pushes the door open as you guys get over to the feed mill. You guys walk in. And as you walk in, you can see Delma is in there. She's actually cleaning up some drinks with a drinks. I mean, tankards. And when she sees you guys come in, you can see the stable hand is sitting up at the bar. Flonk the Bard is also up at the bar. And Rolf then goes up and sits right next to them and says, "Yeah, if anyone wants a drink, it's on me, but definitely these two." And he points to Scrim and he points to Balthazar. They're definitely having drinks. Everyone else, if you want something, feel free.
Yes, have some.
Scrim, what are you having?
Dirty water.
Yes, I will have the dirtiest water you have.
Oh, Balthazar, you'll love it. So they got this ale that's from turnips. You're gonna love it. It comes out of the ground just like the stuff you like to eat and drink. You said.
Does
sure
it
you'll
have
like
dirt in it?
At the mention of turnips, Scrim's expression changes dramatically.
Scrim, don't worry. It's fermented.
Scrim does not like turnips. Turnips killed Bort.
Okay.
Proper dirty
Hold-
water, not
hold the
made out of
turnips.
turnips.
Do you have
Does
any
it
more of that
taste-
dwarven like strong like bourbon? Okay, yeah, get that for Scrim. He'll love that one.
Yes. Scrim will drink brown dwarf ale.
I am personally content with the turnip juice. Thank you.
Perfect.
Do you have any alcohol made from meat? That's what Scrim really likes.
Delma
Especially-
turns to you
especially
and just
chicken.
says, "You don't make alcohol from meat. It comes from usually fruits."
Oh, yes, you can, precious. You can take meat and squeeze it. Squeeze it into dirty water, and it's wonderful.
Oh, I will have to talk to a brewer about that. Maybe one day we can get something like that on the menu.
Yes. One can take giant bighorn lobster meat and squeeze it and roast it. It adds much smoky flavor to dirty water.
Rolf seems very amused by this. Delma just kind of like is acting like, yeah, that makes sense, but like probably Durgan and Muriel probably noticed that she is not buying it.
Yeah, that was the whole "I'll have to run that by my boss" sort of excuse.
Just bring them the strongest thing you have.
Will do.
Durgan.
Did you say Derma?
I'll have whatever drink they bring out for Balthazar.
Delma is the
Delma.
bartender.
Oh, is the ranger's name that we're looking for named Derma?
The
that ranger.
ranger's
I
name
can't remember her name.
is... What is the ranger's name offhand?
I have Derma written down. It doesn't mean it's correct.
It might be correct. Hang on one sec. Her name was... There's like 30 names, so give me a sec.
It mentions it at
Noala.
the start of chapter 2.
Noala Kesrir.
Oh yeah, that was so close.
That was way off.
You're in the neighborhood.
I mean,
It's like
There's
koala,
K.
but instead of a K, it's an N.
Oh, that's actually how I'm going to remember it now.
I mean, if you had stuck to your guns about it, he probably would have just assumed you were right.
I would have changed her name.
Done that a million times.
Yep.
Durgan.
It's so close. They both had letters in it.
All of the same drink as Balthazar.
Durgan.
Okay.
I'm very hungry, as it were, but I'm concerned about ordering food because the last person I know that ate here died.
Rolf
Yeah.
overhears you. He's like, "Hey, the kitchen's closed. It's not going to be open for a while.
Oh,
Like probably at least a month."
well, that assuages my concern, but I'm still hungry.
I'll give him some of my
I think-
rations.
Oh, thank you.
Delma says, I mean, I can pull out some bread. We always have some bread back here.
That's.
Well, if any of it has gotten moldy, I'm sure he'll take that off your hands.
Oh, do you have moldy bread?
More. Do have a batch that I was going to throw out that's stale.
Close enough.
Oh, okay, here you go. You get like half a loaf of bread, and it's just hard as a rock.
Perfect. He starts dipping it in his ale.
I was just gonna say, I can imagine him pouring like mud over top of it in order to
It's perfect.
reconstitute it.
What's
Right.
What's this booze like?
So yours is more of like just a regular hoppy type of beer, is what yours is. The other ones have more of like a bourbon because they wanted the stronger drink.
Did I get a goddamn IPA?
Durgan, we'll say it's an IPA. Durgan's is the same as yours though.
Balthazar likes gross things. He probably loves IPAs. All right, I'm gonna lean into it.
He's a
Can I mix
he's an
my
IPA
own?
snob. Can you what?
Can I mix my own?
I mean, I can get you another drink and you can mix it however you'd like. Yeah, sure.
No,
want a
I want to go
third
back
one?
there where the bottles are.
She tells you we have kegs full of liquor behind the bar, but only a couple different kinds. We got Elven. It's more of a a spirit. We also have this like bourbon that's dwarven, and then we have the homemade, turn up more of an ale IPA.
Those sound rather boring.
Well, we're a small town with simple tastes. Occasionally we get some really good stuff in from out of town, but Bort usually brings that, and
Well,
Give me
this is
whatever's
delicious.
flammable.
She's like, well, this one's probably close, and she pours you a cup of the dwarven.
I'm definitely gonna go into my alchemy kit and add something to make it flammable.
All right, I love it.
Crick, you're drinking gasoline. What are you doing?
So you guys are sitting up at the bar, or are you at a table? Rolf says he's going to stay up at the bar, but if you guys want to get a table, obviously you can question any of the people in here. There's only a couple, obviously, but
I think we'll go.
We need to find that ranger lady and have her track down Finnick.
Yes, we could also find Finnick ourselves. We could track, right? We're all clever. folk
Edna
that
hears
can
you
track.
say that, and Edna's like, sometimes Finnick sleeps up in the horse stables. He passes out in the hay.
Is he there now?
I didn't see him this morning, but I haven't been, over there since this morning.
Do you know of anywhere else that he might crash?
Honestly, no. I mean, I've heard sometimes he goes to the north side of town in some of the houses up there, but I've never seen or anything like that. I don't know.
You say that the bard was here too?
Yes, Flonk the Bard.
Flonk the bard. Okay, I'm actually going to go talk to him because minstrels tend to know things.
Mm-hmm. You want to talk to him up at the bar, or do you want to get him secluded?
Oh, I'll talk to him I'll talk to him at the bar.
Okay.
Keep it casual.
Okay. So you'll notice he does not have any of his instruments on him right now. Obviously, he came here. He tells you, he's like, oh, so are you guys going to question me and get this over with then? I mean, you obviously approached. Is it just you, or is everyone else going to come too?
I'm gonna hang
I'll
back.
go with him.
He almost seems a little bit annoyed that he's here this early.
I'll put down my last 2 silver coins. It's not a lot, but I'll give them to him and just say it's payment for his performance the other night. He didn't get a chance to finish his set, but
Thank you.
so you obviously have an idea of what's going on in town, and the comings and goings of the more interesting characters around here. Is that safe to say?
Well, I mean, who's more interesting than me, of course. I mean, I am
Well,
Flonk.
Aside, but obviously you would know where you are at all times, I would hope at least.
Yeah.
We're trying
over
to.
there. Any points?
We're trying to find Finnick. We're concerned. The other night, I saw someone acting awfully abusive towards him, and we would hate for anything to have happened to him. Do you know where he might go to get away in case he feels threatened?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, I have seen quite a few bar fights here, especially those farmers. They're always fighting over something. Every time they fight, I mean, he ends up kind of getting picked on. Sometimes they use him in the fight. They throw him around. Like, he becomes a prop. It's really unfortunate. So I know he always leaves when there's fights. Always.
They throw him?
Oh, yeah. Have you never seen a goblin in a bar fight? Like, and I'm not even saying he's, like, involved in the fight. They make him involved. They literally pick him up and throw him around like he's a weapon. It's crazy. Sometimes they even take the opportunity to pick on him while it's going on and throw stuff at him.
So why do you think he stays around and puts up with it?
I don't know if he has anywhere to go. He's got no family. Really, other than, the people that work here. I mean, he doesn't really have any friends. And Edna's like, that's true. We kind of are his family.
It's a great honor in goblin culture to be used as a weapon. Especially if they give you the spiky armor first.
Well, Finnick doesn't wear spiky armor.
Is that true, Crick? You actually enjoy that?
Yeah, there's ogres that go around and chucking you.
That seems, what's the word? Degrading.
No. If you die in battle, Magluglia will take you to the afterlife, and you get to fight orcs all day long forever.
And that's also a good thing that you want?
Yes, of course.
But is dying in battle really the same as, dying in a bar fight with some farmers?
Getting tossed around like some kind of sport ball?
Scrim can break through a door. Scrim has very hard head. One time, Uncle Globo threw Scrim off of a cliff, and Scrim did not land in the water. He landed on the rocks.
That sounded like it hurt very badly.
Yes, it hurt some bits.
Which bits?
Scrim's arm, Scrim's shoulder, and Crick, what's that thing called inside Scrim's tummy?
Maybe your stomach. I don't know, but we just put some salves on him. He was fine. Goblins are really resistant and hardy.
Flunk pulls out a pad of paper and starts jotting some notes down.
So back to the matter at hand. What do you know about Finnick? Again, anywhere that he might feel safe.
I'm writing notes about the goblin afterlife. I am going to write a song about this. It's going to be the greatest one yet. He finishes writing and looks up. Okay. What was the question?
Finnick, where might he go to feel safe?
Well, Edra was just saying he sleeps up above the horse stables, or in the horse stables.
On occasion, but is there anywhere else that he might go to?
She said the north part of town. Hey,
could you be more specific?
The dead houses on the north side of town, where all the abandoned houses are. It's probably in one of those, if I had to guess, for sure.
So, getting the sense that he's not going to really be able to tell us anything that we haven't already gotten, I'll just thank him for his time and see if we can talk to some of the other staff. See if they've noticed anything out of place in the kitchen, anything missing, anything added.
So, Flunk, before you kind of walk away, he's like, did you guys question the cook? I mean, she's not here. She was here this morning, though, Amora. If she made the food, maybe she's the one who did it, right? Edra's like, maybe, but she doesn't seem like she would do that.
Would you have any reason?
She's great.
Where does she live? I might pay her a visit.
Delma's like, she's over at the old orchard. Be careful out there, though. There's some corrupt trees and crazy stuff over there.
Corrupt trees?
Yeah, sick trees. They don't grow properly anymore. If you're trying to get apples, you're not going to get them off those trees.
Okay, well, I was going for a conversation, but it's good to know. Thank you.
are you saying, sister?
I mean, would you have a reason to suspect her?
Delma says no, and Edra says no. She's just sticks to her cooking. She really enjoys it, takes great pride in it. Flonk says, yeah, she does take, great admiration over her own cooking and loves getting praised for it. And we all know Bort always praised her.
Well, was there anybody who didn't like Bort?
Not that... And everyone speaks up pretty much at once and says, no, everyone liked Bort.
Well, clearly not.
Someone did not like Bort. That would certainly explain why Bort is no longer alive.
And as you guys are having these talks, you see the caravan workers, Cookie, which was the elf with his one ear cut, and then the gnome, Ulf and Tamley all come in and sit at a table.
Ulf and Ulf.
Yeah. OLF and ULF.
And remind me again, Tamley?
She's the half-orc.
Yes, okay. And they just got their own table?
Yeah, they just went and sat.
All right, I'm going to make my way towards the cook's home.
Okay. Everyone else going, or?
Yes.
We should check the stables on the way.
Yeah, I was going to go check the stables.
So. I think that's a good idea.
It's on the way, right? On the way out?
Yeah. So you guys step out into the courtyard. And let me pull up that map just so you can kind of see it. So the courtyard is attached to the feed mill right here. You can see that little square next to it. That's where you guys are at. You step off into the courtyard. And before you step out, I should say, Delma tells you that the old orchard is on the northwest side of town out here. And that the only way to really get there, if you don't want to cross the river swimming, is to go north out of town and then just stick to the road. You can't miss it. You'll know the orchard when you get there.
Well, it sounds like we could just throw the goblins across the river, and the rest of us could just swim.
I'm still not comfortable with this. I know it's sort of a cultural thing for you, but I don't know if I'd like to participate in goblin tossing.
Could be a great event.
Durgan looks like he'd be great at it.
Oh, that's true. That could be a great performance piece. You know, as long as you're getting paid and compensated for the great assault on your dignity, then I suppose I'm okay with it.
What is dignity?
I honestly don't know. It's a word my sister uses all the time. I'm still trying to work it out.
I think we'll save that for, when we're performing. I'd rather just go for a nice walk.
That sounds nice, yes.
I guess we could do things that way.
To the stables?
To the stables to find the Finnick goblin, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys get out into the courtyard. Do me a favor. One person. Who's going to be making this roll?
For what? What is it?
It's a perception check.
Scrim is perception?
Yeah, I'm not great at that.
Scrim, give me a roll.
That would be a total of 23.
Okay. So when you get out to the courtyard, you see a glint of something in the grass just outside the stable doors.
Trinkets! Scrim runs over.
Like the magpie he is. Runs over to the shiny thing.
Runs over to the shiny thing.
You see a small glass vial with a simple cork.
Crick, there's a liquid in glass. A special treat just for my brother. He's smart about these things.
Is it labeled?
Scrim doesn't know.
Pop the cork and smell it. Don't drink it. Don't ingest it, but smell it. See if it has sort of a violet or flowery smell.
Scrim just basically stands at attention, pointing at where its location is, waiting for his brother.
Like a pointer dog?
Yes, exactly like a pointer dog. Like,
Put up. Crick will go over and examine the vial.
Okay. Yeah, it's a simple glass. It does have a cork. Do you want to open it?
I will open it.
Okay. When you open it, you catch this floral smelling coming from it, and you can see there's like a tiny remnant, like maybe a less than a drop of this liquid. You can't really make out a color because it's, you know.
Mm-hmm. Durgan, I think it's the same stuff that you were talking about the other day.
I'll go over and just give it a bit of a smell just to see if it matched what I got off the dwarf body.
It does.
oh,
So where did he find it in relation? So we had just stepped out of the tavern, right?
Yeah, it's right outside of the stable doors. And
The stable doors.
Yeah, he saw it from across the courtyard.
I'm afraid this isn't looking too promising for our friend Finnick.
Well,
Anyway.
I don't know that occasionally sleeping in a stable and finding a vial near the stable doors is necessarily, related.
Not necessarily. It's at least questionable, but perhaps, other people know that too. Maybe someone left it there trying to frame him. All the more reason to track him down.
Yeah.
So was it just like laying on the ground in the open, or was it like
It was, in some grass. There's not a lot of grass in here, but yeah, off to the side, there's some grass.
It seems obvious that someone just left it here in the open.
So you guys see Scrim, you guys notice that Scrim is not with you.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh.
Looking around, Scrim isn't with you.
He's doing it again. Oh no. He's gonna get in trouble, or someone's gonna get stabbed. I look for the constable before I finish that.
Does he do this often?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Has he just run off? Was he distracted?
Well, he
by
gets
something
bored.
else
He wants to
shiny?
look for shiny things, or to stab someone.
Yeah, see, that's the one that I'm concerned about.
Yes, that's not ideal. Scream! Scream! Scream!
In the
He's
barn.
lost.
Shh, in the barn. Come.
Oh.
Go into the barn.
You see Scrim poke his head through the doors.
All right, I'll follow.
Into the barn we go, I guess.
Scrim looks at the inside of the barn and finds any ladder that would lead up to the hayloft.
So you would know. So the way the courtyard is, it's open kind of in the center, but actually the rooms for the tavern and inn are actually above the horse stables. So there's no attic space really.
Look for piles of hay.
Yes.
Okay, give me a perception check again.
Oh, Scrim's lucky die rolls have run out. Well, even with Scrim's incredible perception, that is but a 9.
Okay. You do see the horses from your guys' caravan. The horses don't seem to be real happy right now, but looking around, you don't see any evidence that a goblin is here or that even a goblin has been sleeping here.
Are any of the stalls empty, or do they all have horses currently in them?
There is an empty one. There's one empty one in the corner. And Scrim looked there and did not see anything.
Okay,
Do the
I'm just gonna.
horses-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Do the horses appear that they're well cared for? I mean, you said that they didn't seem very happy.
I hope so. There are horses.
Does someone give me a nature check?
That's actually something I'm good at. I think. Right. Yeah, I'm okay at that. Oh, that's a D10, you idiot. That is a 15 nature check.
Okay. So the animals look fine. Like there's no damage to them. It's not like they've been beaten or anything. But it looks like a couple spots are a little bit red from like scratching, like dry skin.
On like their sides or something?
Yeah, like wherever a horse would like scratch itself, probably.
I don't think I've ever seen a horse.
Where?
scratch itself.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of my dog at the moment, and it's always on the belly.
They
and,
like
the
whip
armpit
their
areas.
tails around to like get rid of flies and stuff.
Horse is capable of like doing that, of like
Well,
getting a foot.
they can rub up when they're itchy on an area where they can't reach. They can rub up against. Something.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
side
so
of
maybe
the-
like the
of
side of their belly is like a little
Yeah,
bit red.
on the
Like
the
you can
flank.
see they got irritated skin.
Can I actually make a
Yeah.
medicine check? Because I know we saw like infected creatures before.
Yeah, go for
I
it.
just want to make sure this isn't the start of something.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
21.
So you don't even have to get close. As you kind of approach where the stall they're being kept in, you can see that they have what looks like fleas.
Hey, I had fleas before too.
From the wolves, yeah.
Yeah.
Except I don't think the horse's blood is going to kill the fleas like yours did.
Can you run a forensic on those fleas and see if they're the same animal?
I'll get the lab on it.
I would notice that flea anywhere.
These horses seem itchy.
So, what would be a common remedy for something like that?
Give me another medicine check.
I've got alchemist fire.
Yeah, not alchemist fire.
I mean, I don't know that we want to burn the fleas off.
So that is 19.
You would probably, you know what? Let me see. Okay. You would probably know that rosemary is a potential ingredient.
Okay.
It would probably be the primary ingredient, actually.
I mean, this sounds like something that would probably be better suited for the alchemist, assuming he doesn't just put rosemary in alchemist fire and then spread it on the horses.
You might want to watch him just to make sure.
Yeah, I'm having second thoughts immediately.
Yeah. Stay close.
So
as you guys
are
are
there-
in here, Edra walks in. Sorry, go ahead, Paula.
I was just gonna say, are there any like abandoned like blankets? Or I know that we had kind of looked around for like a little nest or a bunch of hay or something like that, but are there any like supplies randomly sitting around or something?
Against the wall, the same wall as the doors, you see like some feed. You also see like some blankets for horses in case it gets really cold and stuff like that. It doesn't look like there's like, if you're looking for medical supplies for animals, does not appear
No,
to
I
be.
was thinking like blankets that he might use if he was staying here,
He'd
or
probably take a horse blanket if you had
you know,
horse.
anything that looked out of place or anything like that.
Yeah. Does not look as though everything's pretty neat on that wall. And Edra walks in and she actually points to the corner stall and says, yeah, typically Finnick kind of passes out over there because there's extra hay, and he just takes one of the horse blankets sometimes. By the way,
So-
if you guys get the chance, I noticed that the horses have fleas. I've been meaning to say something this morning, but you know, Finnick probably could have went and got it for me. But it would be nice if maybe you guys could go get it for me.
Okay,
Well,
what?
I was going to go run to Glenda, the gnomish person that's with us, because they're the ones that typically tend the horses. So I assume they would be able to.
I asked her earlier. She said she didn't have any, unfortunately.
Didn't have any what?
Any rosemary. I need rosemary.
What
I know
about-
of a spot in the woods that can get it, though.
You don't have any at the tavern?
No. Why would we have it in the tavern? Is that like used in food or something?
Yes.
I mean,
We're not
I
allowed
know
to take
that.
anything out of
Knows
the kitchen
that.
right now. I know that.
All right, where's this spot?
I mean, if you guys are doing something, it's fine. You don't have to. But there is a spot in the woods that would be that I can kind of point out on a map or something. Well, here, and she kind of like puts in the dirt like where you guys are at, and like tells you kind of how to get there.
Is it near the orchard? Because that's where we're going anyway.
It kind of is actually, but be careful. The reason I won't go is there is a ferocious bear that tends to sleep nearby in the bushes.
A bear?
Yeah, for a ferocious one.
Oh, well. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Scrim is really quiet.
Scrim can sneak up and cut rosemary bush and bring it back.
Perfect. That would be fantastic.
Or cut the bear.
Bighorn tribe uses rosemary on lobsters with butter.
Oh.
True.
Can we
sounds
go?
Is there anything that you can't use lobsters for?
Yes, coffee.
No, Scrim, remember the one uncle, I forget his name, he made a coffee mug out of the lobster shell.
Yes, shells are very useful for many things.
Well, maybe one day I'll be so fortunate to experience it myself.
Is it just the horses from the caravan, or are there other horses as well?
Just your guys' horses from the caravan.
Okay, and do they all have fleas?
It looks like it. Yeah.
So can I like examine them to see if they look like regular fleas, or if there seems to be something off about them, like those wolves we found in the woods?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception check.
Perception. That's definitely a skill that I can roll. That's a 12 plus. I do not have it listed here, so I do not think I have perception. So that is just a 12.
Oh, everyone has perception. It's like what you do for initiative.
If you're in the app, it's in the offense section. It's not in the skills section.
I wasn't thinking I should have known to weaponize my perception. Okay, that is a 14. Thank you.
Yeah, they just look like normal fleas. Nothing out of the ordinary about them.
Is your wisdom 0?
My wisdom? No, it is. Oh no, I have a negative to wisdom.
Oh, okay. That explains it then.
yeah. So I want to try and capture a couple of the fleas and put them in a vial. 3 of them to be precise.
You could do so. Yeah, you could just pinch them and take them off.
Totally doing that.
Okay.
Hold it up the scrim. In case we can't find a circus, I'll make my own.
Sorry. Flea circus. I love it.
Let me put that on my inventory.
3 fleas.
Yes.
The first act.
Yeah, 1 for each ring.
In about 4 sessions, you're going to be looking through your inventory like,
why is there...
Why do I have 3 fleas?
So where would you guys like to go first? You could go to the orchard or the woods or dead houses?
Well, you said the woods are sort of on the way a little bit.
So yeah, the woods are all like north.
Before we get there. If we go north through town, then we hit the dead houses first.
Yeah, just do it in like the order that we would come up on them. Yeah.
So let's see if we could find Phoenix squatting in any of those houses.
Well, didn't we last time check all the houses for him?
No, we checked the ones close to the tavern.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Are you guys going to just try and walk into like every dead house on the way out of town?
Yes, literally.
Okay. Yeah, so give me let me pull up that map and see how many houses there are.
By the way, who has the vial that we found?
I think that's Crick still has it.
Yep.
Crick has it?
Yeah.
Crick, may I touch that?
Sure. Touch away.
Gonna poke it and cast. I have a cantrip. I'm gonna cast Read Aura on it to see if it's magical, and if so, the School of Magic.
Ooh.
It is not magical.
You can keep it. I've lost interest.
Okay, so there's about 20 houses. I'm not going to require 20 rolls. Just give me probably perception, right? If you're trying to find something.
23.
Okay. So going through the houses, you come across a few people looking through, and in a lot of cases, they're just kind of sitting there. Some of them are eating, scraps of food that they pulled out. You do not come across any goblins, though. And in fact, when you walk into some of these rooms, as a goblin yourself, some of the people do draw a weapon on you.
Scrim just looks behind him at Durgan every time they draw a weapon, and then looks back at them.
Yeah, I look them square in the eyes with my hand on my sword hilt, and I just shake my head as if you don't want to do this.
Don't want.
And I will absolutely roll intimidate if I have to.
Nope, it works. These are just some basic people, not meant to be an encounter. Unless you want to go killing a bunch of people for XP.
Not with that attitude, they're not.
Now that I know that you're using XP for us to level up, I think it's time we do some grinding. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, we only got 360 points last time. We got some ground to make up for sure.
So I'm going to need some sort of distraction to keep me away from the rest of the group as they do that.
I would assume none of you do that, unless you have an evil alignment.
No, but I will ask them if they have seen Finnick.
Pretty much everyone's reaction is no.
Can I tell if they're being honest?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. What do you want me to roll for that?
What would be the check? Is it an insight check or?
I think it's all grouped into
perception?
Perception. Yeah.
Okay, give me perception.
No, 18 plus 4, so 22.
Yeah, you think they're telling you the truth. They do tell you that the specific dead house he tends to stay in.
Well, that's more helpful than anybody else in town has been.
And it just happens to be one of the empty ones you've already been by.
Oh, so we've already checked it.
Yep.
Okay.
Good for it.
How many of the houses have we done so far?
We'll say all of them, all the pretty much empty ones on the north side of town.
And we still haven't found them.
Yeah.
All right. I think for now this is a dead end. So I think
it's a dead house.
Well, true. Dead end is more of a metaphorical term, meaning that we're not going to find him right now.
Yeah, Durgan's so smart. I think we should just rob the bear.
Rob a bear?
What's the bear going to have?
I don't think the rosemary belongs to the bear. I think it's just sort of there.
Well, they implied that they're guarding the rosemary, so I think it's theirs. So we got to rob the bear.
Why would a bear guard rosemary?
Maybe
I don't know. She won't go near it.
Maybe to keep the fleas off of it.
Off of the
Yeah,
rosemary?
apparently it's the only
No, to
way to be
keep the fleas off of the bear.
Oh,
They may have found a source of it. Anyway.
But invent flea collars and make a fortune.
So
rosemary collars.
They're hoarding all the rosemary.
the rosemary is up in these woods up here, and
Just
the
over that
orchard's
bridge?
down here.
The orchard is where? Sorry?
The orchard's right here, this farm. And then the rosemary's up in these woods north of it.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, just tell me what you want to
Orchard,
approach.
yeah. Well, orchard first makes sense, yeah.
Orchard first?
Well, is with the but we have to go all the way up north and around, so we hit that patch of forest first. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, they say hit the woods. You want to go to the woods first and then hit the orchard on the way back down? Is that the
I was just thinking we do it in the order that we come, but you're right. We would have to go back that way anyway. So no, we'll go to the orchard first.
Okay.
I'll take point.
Okay. So you guys make it down this road, and just like Delma said, as you get up here, you see rows and rows of trees, and they don't look quite dead, but the branches don't look natural. There's more crookedness to the branches a little bit. Some of them, the trees kind of look a little bit twisted. Which the ones that have fruit on it, it looks like it's almost rotten. And you see between the trees, making their way up to a little cottage, there is a small path.
So can we tell what kind of trees these are supposed to be?
Give me a nature check.
I think they said they used to be apple trees, didn't they?
16.
But now they are corrupted.
Yeah,
I'd
these
like
are
to pick some fruit.
these are old apple trees, and some of the apples on the trees look foul and rotten.
I'd like to pick some of those apples.
They sound delicious. I want them.
I was going to pick one and throw it over to Balthazar and say, why don't you give this a try?
Before she even finished the sentence.
I feel like we all had the same idea, and he gets pelted by like 4 apples.
Ow, ow,
So
Eat it!
Balthazar.
See what happens. See what happens.
So,
And I'll have my medical kit just
I'm
ready to go.
sure it'll be
He's
fine.
got this. He's totally got it.
so who made the nature check? Was that you, Paula?
I did, yeah.
Okay. So everyone's going to roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
Paula, you're using your nature check for your initiative. Everyone else use your perception.
Oh, that was unexpected.
Well, now that we're in combat, the bad rolls begin.
Oh, it's okay. Mine's not much better.
Yep, there's my natural one. So
I have an 11 total.
big 3 for me. I threw mine in chat
11
for you.
total for Scrim.
13.
Crick 13. Okay, what did Balthazar get?
3.
3. Nice.
Big 3.
Durgan?
I got 5. I think I was distracted, just making sure that Balthazar didn't start to die from the apple.
What did Muriel get?
I think it was delicious.
16, you said I'd use my
Okay.
nature.
Yep. Okay, so as you bite into this apple, Balthazar, you feel a sting in your mouth.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Like something
it.
stung you on the inside of your cheek. And you guys didn't notice it at first, but when the apple was picked from the tree, who picked the apple again?
I think everyone.
I mean,
Everyone
I
except for
did.
Balthazar and myself.
Yeah, I would say I think it was just Crick and I. He picked a couple, and then I said I wanted to pick some at the same time.
Okay.
So.
So about 10 feet away from you guys, on the opposite side of the tree, you see this large bee's nest. And a swarm of bees has circled you guys. You are in the middle of a swarm of bees. And,
Oh.
Not the bees.
yep, the bees. It's
These
the
are
bees
in my
knees.
eyes. They're in my eyes.
But Paula's character gets to go first. Madam Muriel.
Perfect. I've trained for this entire situation, my whole life. So approximately how far away from this river are we?
I mean, not too far. It's across the path and through, I'd say probably a good 80, 90 feet.
Oh, that's pretty far.
It does look like a relatively fast-moving river, too.
Oh, that's no good. I think I am actually just going to try and run away from the bees.
Okay. How do you want to use all your actions to do that? You have 3 actions.
Yeah, no, so I'll use the first 2 to run away, and then I would like to kind of tumble to the ground for cover and take my cape and flip it over my head.
Okay. So you're running back down the road that you guys just came on?
No, I'm going towards the
cottage?
way that we were headed. Yeah, towards
Okay.
the orchard.
So how much movement speed do you have? 60 feet?
Probably. Sounds about right.
Are you human?
She's an elf.
I'm an elf.
So the 25 or 30
Okay, so you move
per
like-
action.
Yep. So you move about 60 feet towards the cottage and do your little tumble roll. And yeah, are you facing back to see what your party's doing, or are you facing the cottage?
I have my cloak up over my head. So
Oh, just looking for cover, you said.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Crick, what are you doing?
I'm going to pull out my bee spray.
You have bee spray?
Fire.
Oh, fire.
Fire.
Okay.
Fire.
That works.
And yeah, spray them with it.
Perfect. So yeah, how's that work?
I think I make an attack roll.
Gotcha.
And oh, yes. That is a natural one. So fact, that is
So
not.
that's like a double critical, like failure.
No. At first, it's like, oh, it sounds good when you put it that way.
So what's it look like as you light yourself on fire?
So I think I go to like throw it at the swarm of bees, except for they're bees, and it just lands like in front of me at my feet, and it explodes.
How much damage do you take?
Let's see. I do a D8. So
You need to get the critical fumble deck.
8.
I do.
I rolled an 8 for damage, and let's see. Is there anything else that goes with this?
Does it have persistent damage too?
It does have a persistent of 1.
It has splash as well, so it should at least hit some of the bees.
Oh
Yeah, I was gonna say, wouldn't he kind of get some of those other couple bees with it?
It does have splash, and I think because I'm a goblin, like I'm good at fire, which might not be good right now. Oh, I have resistance to burning. So I have fire resistance equal to half my level.
Oh, see,
There you go.
perfect. That's not bad then.
You're pretty
Yeah.
much prepared for this then.
So like you take one.
You've done
That's
this
only
before.
1 point of damage he
One of
negates
the
it by.
Yeah, it's just one. Yeah.
So
So how does splash damage work? Would that be half of the regular damage?
Nah, it's just
No, it's 1 point. But if this is a swarm,
Yes.
I think it counts as like an area effect because it's anything within 5 feet.
Okay.
So it might be affected by their vulnerability.
So they have weaknesses to splash damage of 5. So with
So
his 1, would that make it automatically 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see some bees definitely catch on fire. They fly for a second and just fall out of the swarm. All right. It is now their turn. So everybody give me a reflex save.
Reflex. Yeah.
Oh, except for Paula's character. If you beat a 16, let me know.
24.
19.
12.
14.
Okay. So anybody who didn't make it, you're going to take 3 points of damage.
Ow.
And you are clumsy 1 for 1 minute.
Oh.
Ooh, I get to use the condition tracker thing.
That was one of their attacks.
There are a lot of them.
Yep. Make a second save, everybody.
You bastard.
Oh, that means I'm actually worse at making saves now too.
20.
20.
Oh, yeah. What's the clumsy condition
18.
do?
It's negative to dex stuff, like armor class, reflex saves. Oh, reflex saves.
Reflex
Yeah.
saves. So it'd be just a -1 off of the reflex save?
Yeah, it's whatever
Okay.
the level
I
is.
still passed. I got a 19.
That figures it out, so I don't even have to know.
So you're gonna, if you failed again, you're taking 4 damage. If you critically failed, so if you had a 6 or less, you're taking 8 damage.
I got an 18 this time. So
Okay, so you passed. You're fine.
It's nothing on the save, right? Or is it save for half?
No, it doesn't say that.
Is it a basic reflex save?
Oh, actually, so here's what it does say. Yeah, it's a basic reflex save.
Okay, so you still take half on a successful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Here's what it did say, though. The first time each round a creature fails the save and takes piercing damage, it also suffers the effect of bee sting. So if you failed before, you're also going to take another d4 damage.
Oh, no.
Okay.
So 3. Sorry.
Plus half of the one you just did, so another 2 plus.
So that one doesn't stack. So right now there's 3, 4, and 3. We're done.
3, 4, and 4 if you took the whole thing, but if you passed, you take 2, right? Because it's half damage.
Yes.
Isn't that what you said? Okay.
Yes.
If you pass both, you should have only taken 3 damage so far.
I passed. I failed the first, but passed the second. So I just took another 5 then.
And it's
Ow.
poison damage too, if that matters to you guys.
I love poison.
Wow, after all the things we've been through, watch it be a swarm of bees is our
Goddamn
downfall.
bees.
Now, here's the thing.
Look, they took out Nicolas Cage. They can take us out too.
It doesn't say if the clumsy condition stacks, but I'm going to treat it as though it does. So, like, for each sting, the clumsy goes up, right?
Yeah, why not?
So, if you failed twice,
Yeah.
we're going to go, you're clumsy too now.
just do that, you know?
The last...
It's all your villain points, too. It's fine. Don't worry.
The last...
2 points if you pass the save,
Too
right?
bad I don't get to make rolls for that. Otherwise, I
So
would.
I'm at 0 now.
You're at
got
0
0?
hit points?
I am at 0 and fire. Right?
So you're
Oh,
you're
my
at
dear
the
Crick.
dying 1 condition then.
Okay, that's a condition I can add. Dying 1.
My
Now
dear sweet
you
Crick.
could spend your hero points
Uh-huh.
to stabilize,
I can heal you on my turn as well.
but you are still taking that fire damage each round.
Yeah.
Which every time you take damage, I think that's an extra level of dying. If you get to 4, you're dead.
So when at what point can I spend the hero point?
Whenever you want to.
I think
it's on his next turn.
Yeah,
It has to
on
be
your
on
turn.
your
turn.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
all right, I am down and on fire.
So you're
beans.
automatically gonna fail this one because. so here's the next one, the third one,
Oh no.
and I just rolled another 4 of damage, which for you,
Oh
it
my
doesn't
God.
matter. That's a dying 9-2 now.
Yeah, so what happens when you're already down and you take damage?
You just
It
go
just-
to the next level of dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're dead at 4, by the way.
Yeah, you're at dying
4.
2
Okay.
on the start of your turn, which technically just happened, right? Yeah, because you lit yourself on fire. So at the start of your turn, you'll also take that fire damage, which will drop you to dying, another level of dying.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm going to heal you. Don't worry.
it is now Scrim's turn. Oh, and I forgot the bees. So, and you notice every time you guys get stung by bees, that when the bees pull out, their stinger stays in you and they die.
Okay.
Good.
And-
You just have to get stung like 5,000 times and then we'll be
And
all
we'll kill
set.
all of them the
It's like
old-fashioned way.
18 times. But yeah,
Yeah.
Scrim.
We'll just wear them out.
Well, Scrim was going to burn all 3 of his actions running to the cottage, but his brother is down, and therefore he is obligated to fight the bees. So Scrim furiously attacks the swarm of bees with his sword.
Okay.
22
22.
for the hit.
You definitely hit some.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll some damage.
6.
6. Okay. Yeah, you hit like 1 bee. You chop a bee in half and it falls.
Mhm.
Now, what do you want to do with your second action?
Swing again.
Okay, you have the multi-attack penalty.
Okay.
That's -5, I think, unless you...
Well, I have a total of 23, so even with a -5, that would be a 18
That would hit.
for 7.
Okay.
And just because
You hit 2 bees that time.
out of desperation, the third swing at a ridiculous, what is that, minus
-10.
10?
Actually, what weapon
was
are you
gonna
using?
ask.
If it's agile,
Yeah.
It is.
so it's -3, and then -6 for the. So yeah,
Okay, so the last one's -6.
yeah.
This might still hit. I rolled, so I have an 18, -6 is 12. Is that a hit?
No.
Okay. Just swatting at bees with a short sword. Get off of Crick! Ah!
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you kill a couple of the bees, definitely, and they're still swarming around though. You see a few on Crick, and it is now over to Durgan's turn.
Okay, so how close am I to Crick?
You guys are all bunched up, kind of, except
Okay.
for obviously Muriel, who ran away like the courageous warrior she is.
So that's actually perfect. So for my first action,
the really smart person that she is.
Mm-hmm.
So for my first action, I'm going to reach down and just sort of place my hand on Crick's chest, and I'm going to cast Lay on Hands.
Okay.
So he gets 6 hit points back, which means you're no longer dying, but you have wounded 1.
Yeah. Is he only wounded 1, even though he was dying 2?
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Every time you get up,
Gotcha.
Yeah. But if he gets knocked down again, he adds whatever his wounded value is to dying 1.
Gotcha.
So there's that. So he gets 6 hit points back. He gets +2 to his armor class. Not that really matters here. And then I'm going to spend my other 2 actions to perform a medicine check on him.
Okay. Just for the record, it's a -4, -8 on attack rolls. If you're using an agile weapon, it's the ranger thing that's -3, -6.
Right. Okay.
With an agile, I think.
Okay, just gotta see how many actions. Oh no, treat wounds is 10 minutes. Okay, so I can't do that. All right, so I'm just gonna take my next 2 actions attacking the swarm then.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Ooh. So then you will crit the bees.
I will crit the bees.
Because it automatically jumps it up a level, which would have been just a normal success.
Okay. So how do you do crits? Do you just roll the 1 die and double it, or do you roll? Okay,
yeah, just roll it and double.
Okay, so that is a total of 7, 14. Oh, sorry, 11. So 22 damage.
Slashing damage?
Slashing, yeah, it's a longsword.
Okay. So that you basically see Durgan just start swinging his sword, and you see bees dropping everywhere, just, and all of a sudden you don't hear the buzzing of bees anymore. Muriel, your head's like buried like in the dirt almost, like 60 feet away, and you see, or you hear behind you just the sword swinging through the air, and sometimes you'll hear like a pink, pink, pink as he's hitting bees, and the swarm is gone.
I'd like to, since that swarm died, I'd like to trigger one of my innate oracle spells, Death's Call.
All right.
That when a creature near me dies, I can use this to regain hit points equal to the creature's level plus my spell casting ability modifier. So whatever level the bees were.
1.
Okay. Sounds great. Plus 3 because that's my ability. So I get 4 hit points back. Yay. But it's one of my oracle spells, so that means that my curse will get worse from using it. So I think Balthazar's like the bees fall to the ground as Durgan is hacking wildly at them, and then you see Balthazar just like taking a deep breath and be like and like a little bit of his skin falls off his face. I feel better.
Marielle, you feel a tapping on your back.
I will remove my cloak and stand up as though I was not terrified of the bees and I was not screaming and running away. Dust myself off a little bit and see who is tapping me on my back.
When you lift your head up, you see a woman who is she's wearing like a head to toe suit. It's like padded armor. You can kind of make out her face through like a mesh net. And it looks like the woman from the tavern named Amora, who happened to be the cook. You saw her last night at the tavern, which is why you recognize her.
Oh, does that suit help with the insect issue?
She's holding this canister that's letting off smoke. She says, yeah, it helps, but this is even better. Anytime you get around those swarms of bees, just smoke them out and they kind of become, weak. They don't attack you then.
Well, that seems quite useful in hindsight.
Yeah, are you guys okay? I mean, you don't look like you have any stings. Did you get stung at all?
Oh no, I'm doing fine. It looks like perhaps my comrades have had a little bit of misfortune back there, though.
Yeah, that looked a little crazy. I saw, the one goblin swinging like crazy. The other one lit himself on fire. That's what caught my attention. I saw fire. I said, I felt like I had to get over here quick.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think that it was not on purpose. However, I've seen some pretty interesting moves out of him recently. So, perhaps that was all part of the plan.
Yeah, I hope so. He's still laying there. Do you think he's going to be okay? The big guy, he held his own.
So technically, persistent 1 does 1 point of damage, right? And my resistance for this 1 point of damage. So can I just be on fire?
If you want to be.
You're just smoldering.
You're permanently on fire now. It's
Scrim,
a cool
Scrim
effect.
would have, at some points, like once the bees were quelled, Scrim would have definitely taken his water skin and squirted that on Crick to try to put him out.
He does get a roll every round to see if it goes out on its own too. If he chooses to make it, it's up to him.
I think it'd be way cooler just to consistently, be on fire. But
I'll say the water puts it out. His brother takes care of him.
So while everyone's talking, I'm just going to take some time to treat wounds on him and try to get him some more hit points back.
Okay. So Amora says,
really
you guys
for being so big.
What's that?
Durgan has such big and soft, gentle hands.
I mean, that's what I've heard.
It's from all those years of throwing working punches.
Can we just say that Durgan moisturizes? That's just his thing.
That's his catchphrase.
His body's a temple. He needs to moisturize. Amora says, well, why don't you guys come back to my house and, I can help treat, any wounds you guys have possibly. And heck, maybe I can even serve up some biscuits with some delicious honey.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Well, yeah, come on. And she starts waving you on if you guys come.
So what happened with the trees?
Oh, they've been sick for a long time. The original inhabitants of this actually moved out quite some time ago. A few years back.
Were you offering us food?
Yeah, you want some food?
The biscuits are food.
The last time you cooked something, someone died.
Well, yeah, I really hope that doesn't spread too much. I don't want people to think that my cooking would kill somebody.
Hey, before we go back to your house, should we get that beehive? It's probably got more honey in it.
Oh, no, I'll take care of that later, honey. Honey.
Well, no, we got to deal with a bear later. We should probably bring that with us.
I feel like Punch should cost you one of your villain points.
I don't agree.
That's actually, I think Crick has a good idea, though. We could, this is probably a little Pooh Bear, right, that we can distract with honey. Maybe we could get that beehive.
Yeah, maybe we can part with that. I mean, I have other hives, in back that I actually take care of. So, but yeah, maybe you could have that one.
Wait a minute, they're your bees? You got attack bees? And
No.
poison
The ones that I have, I'm farming. That is not bees I'm farming. No, that's hanging from a tree. You see, I have them in boxes behind the cottage where I harvest the honey.
You don't want to just let them hang from the tree?
I mean, the other ones, No, I'm farming them. If I were to try to take honey from that, I would have to destroy that nest. I can't do that.
Oh, well.
I want to try to stun the bees. I don't know if this will work.
The ones in her boxes or the ones like out in the one hive?
The hive, yeah. Was she telling us though to leave the hive alone? Because if she's
telling you if you want to take the hive, you can. She just warns you that another swarm might come out.
Yeah, I was gonna cast Daze on the hive and just try to stun all the bees.
I can make smoke. I can make smoke stick. I have smoke sticks.
But then we just need some way to transport it if we take it. So, is there anything we can? I don't know, like wrap the whole thing in a cloak or something like that.
She turns.
I mean,
back to you guys.
not
Says,
my
you guys have
cloak.
something?
Certainly not mine.
I don't even recall what I'm wearing because I was stark naked this morning. I think Durgan
You were in
learned
a
me.
towel
I remember you had a
yesterday.
shirt.
Durgan gave me a
think-
shirt.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
wearing Durgan's shirt.
It's super oversized.
Yeah.
He's totally commando right now. It's
It's like an old football jersey that I just
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not wearing pants. It's just a really long shirt.
It's sort of like if you would see somebody walking down the street in a hospital gown for no apparent reason. That's basically
That's-
the equivalent.
And that really sums up Balthazar's character too.
Yeah.
I also feel like when I gave it to you, it was like this pure white cotton, and as soon as you put it on, it became like yellow and moldy.
Literally as
Instantly.
soon as.
Yeah.
it's
You saw the
it's
sweat
gross.
stains form. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Like he was pulling it over his head, but the whole thing just like
Somehow Cheeto fingers prints got all over it. Like,
Suddenly
mustard stains.
it somehow looks tie-dye, but just various shades of brown and yellow.
Oh,
It's
so
So gross.
I could use this shirt, but then I'll just be stark naked.
You know, why don't we go eat the biscuits and, chat with her a little bit and see maybe she has like a sack or something we can use.
Oh, that's a good
Yes.
idea. You're very smart. Okay. We will have your biscuits.
excellent.
I accept your proposal.
She welcomes you guys into her house, and her table does not have enough chairs at it, but she pulls some chairs from the other side of the room, or not chairs, but she pulls a bench from the other side of the room and sets it up for the goblins and one other person to sit on, and she stands, and so there's obviously 2 chairs and the bench at this table. And she starts getting you some biscuits, and she puts some honey out, and she says, "Here you go, help yourself, put as much honey on it as you want." And with that, we're going to take a 5-minute break. And we will be back in just a moment. We are back. We almost got a death. Almost got my first Pathfinder 2e death.
From bees.
It would have been awesome. I was kind of hoping. Well, it would have really honestly been from his fire. Let's be honest.
Yeah. He dies as he lived.
If I can take like 10 minutes to refocus and get my focus point back so I can have lay on hands again if I need it, that would be great.
Yeah, you guys are hanging out inside of her little cottage.
Oh, cool. Then I get that back too from death.
And definitely 10 minutes pass as you guys are eating the biscuits and the honey. And she does bring up the food thing again. And she's like, look, I know why you guys are here. And, you know, honestly, all I did was prepared the food, the dessert. Finnick plated it, and Trin served it. Like, nobody else was in the kitchen. Like, it was just us three.
Who's Trin?
Yeah, she was your server. She had to be your server if you guys are the ones that...
You trust Trin?
Well, yeah, I mean, I have no reason not to. I mean, I trust myself more than any of them. Like, let's be honest here.
Did either of them seem distracted or maybe agitated the other night?
No, when the bar fight happened, Finnick left out the back door. I actually was out filling the slot bucket. So, I mean, I guess there was a couple times I wasn't in the kitchen because I was just going and doing the slot bucket, but yeah.
Was that before or after you made... I can't remember if it was before or after.
Throughout the day, I have to make a few trips to fill up the slot bucket.
No, did the bar fight happen after you had already made the dessert?
Yeah, because it was served. Yeah, it was going on. I was making it while I think that was going on. I think I started it before the fight, though. I don't know. I wasn't in the room, but I from the sounds of it, I think I had started it before the fight happened. And by the time that the fight was over, it was plated.
The turnip porridge was dessert.
So it was plated when you weren't looking.
What do you think happened? You know? What?
If you were to accuse someone, who would it be?
I wouldn't accuse anyone necessarily because I don't know why somebody would do that. Bort is so great. He loves my turnip porridge.
Yes, he kept saying, but someone obviously killed him. So,
Does anybody else do any cooking?
No.
Ever?
No, not in my kitchen.
Is there anybody who wants to?
No, definitely not. I mean, not that I know of. I'm the cook. That's just the way it is, and that's how it's going to stay.
Well, you're not going to be doing much cooking because the kitchen's closed for the next very long time.
Yes, I know. It was my idea to close the kitchen.
It's probably a good look.
Yeah, I need to clear my name. I mean, honestly, I don't want this to be associated with me whatsoever.
I want to see if she's hiding something, or maybe I don't know. Just can I just see if she feels that she's telling us the truth?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
17.
You're pretty sure she's being real with you. You can tell in her talks that she is. When she says she does not want to be known for this, like, you can tell there's a pride in her cooking that she carries.
It's really starting to look like Finnick had something to do with this.
So the food for the tavern, where does that come from? Like, do you have a garden here that you maintain, or
No, I don't.
do you guys get
No,
supplies?
we buy ingredients from the turnip farms and stuff. Bort's not the
Just
only
the
one that
turnip
also...
farms?
Yeah, there's turnip farms.
No, I mean, but just the turnip farms. Where do you get the chickens?
Oh, well, those are grown by other farmers. We have a lot of farmers around here.
Chicken was not
I don't
quick.
buy it. I have no hand in that. I think Delma places the orders and gets it all in for me based on what I tell her I need. I report numbers to her, and she just keeps me stocked.
So you maintain this entire huge orchard area with your bees, and you don't utilize any of the things you grow here
Well, first
at
of
the
all,
tavern?
have you seen the orchard? None of that's manageable. I literally just have a
delicious.
couple bee boxes in the back.
Balthazar's still eating one of the rotten ass apples. It's very good. I'll buy these.
I mean, it seems like you have, you know, I mean, he likes them. Just saying.
It's hard to grow things around here. The lands aren't very forgiving to us over the last 20 years.
Because of the plague?
Something kind of like that, I guess. I don't know exactly, but
Or a blight?
like these trees were good like 5 years ago. It's just been a few years, you know, and these kind of have warped and, you know, gotten sick.
So the tree's twisted like that in 5 years.
Yes.
Those trees are like 20 years old.
Some are older than that.
Well, that doesn't seem to make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Cook Lady will know what that flower smell is from the little potion we found.
Oh, yes. Good idea, Scrim. Could you sniff something for us?
That's kind of an odd question, but I suppose.
Yeah, I do that. Scrim, would you show her the odd vial?
Crick has it.
Crick, would you show her the odd vial?
Yeah. Here, smell this.
Or, I'm sorry. I don't know what that is.
Is flower smells.
Yeah, kind of. I guess it's some flowers. I don't know what kind of flower, though.
But you're a cook.
Do violets
don't
grow
cook with
anywhere
flowers.
around here?
Do what?
Do violets grow anywhere around here? That's what the flower is.
Violets. No, I don't think so. Not anywhere I know of.
That I would like to scrutinize.
Okay,
See if she's being straight with that.
go for it.
I mean, they don't realize rosemary can be used for seasoning, so it's highly likely
They
that
don't.
there
They
could
just,
just be
I mean,
nothing but
they're-
like violet fields right behind her.
they
They're
just
making
don't know
turnips
things
for
around
dessert.
here.
Like, I mean, problem number one.
This is a
Yeah.
very incompetent town.
That is an
No?
18 on that roll.
Yeah, you think she's being legit. Like, she's like, I've seen violets, but I don't know where any grow around here. I mean, the farmers aren't growing violets. Like, they're growing turnips. Some of them are raising chickens and other things. But yeah, no violets that I
Turnips
know of.
and chickens. Only turnips and chickens, you guys.
Turnip,
That's
it's a real
it.
turnip and chicken kind of town.
All you get is turnips and chickens.
Oh, by the way, is that clumsy condition gone or does that stick around?
Yeah, it only lasted for a minute.
Okay, cool.
Well, with all those chickens, you might become really profitable if you make some of Scrim's like chicken beer.
I would like to try the chicken beer. That does sound quite nice, actually.
Yeah, isn't that just like boiled chicken grease put into like fermented turnips?
Yes.
Yeah.
Turnips.
You'll love it.
I thought you hated turnips, Scrim.
No turnips.
Or yeah, sorry. Psst, don't tell him there were turnips in the chicken beer.
I heard nothing. Definitely gonna look to Scrim like. Okay. Well, everyone we talk to says that Bort was great, and in my experience, he was pretty cool. But someone killed him. We know this because he is dead. So, do you know of anyone that had any problem with Bort, no matter how small, even a minor disagreement over something like that? Just some difference of opinion with Bort.
Maybe one of those farmers.
Farmers never dealt with Bort really though. I don't think he ever delivered anything to them.
Do we know where all of the crates or all the goods that Bort brought went? Like, did they all go to the same place, or
Delma
maybe it
might
was-
know.
maybe, I don't know, maybe he's someone he was dealing with?
Hey, guys.
I'm just a cook. I don't get involved in business dealings between other people.
Where's Bort from originally? Maybe they didn't have a problem with him. Like in Goblin culture, we can have feuds that go on for forever and generation after generation.
Oh.
I think I overheard people saying he's from like the 5 King Mountains or something area. I don't know.
Oh, that doesn't sound like this town.
But maybe he had old enemies. Is that what you're saying, Greg?
Well, yeah, like maybe he had enemies or his family had enemies and he was originally from this town and he came back and they're like, ha ha, finally we'll get our vengeance for that time, that Timmy fell in the well and was pushed by Bort's great-great-great-grandmother or something.
I would love story time with Scrim and Crick, by the way. I'm just letting you guys know. It would be amazing.
It turns out that might not actually be a case since he didn't come from this town.
Okay, you can't think of anyone that had any even minor disagreement with Bort?
I mean, no, why would they? He is fantastic. He loved my porridge. He used to tell people from other places. We've had people travel into town just because they heard about my turnip porridge before, thanks to Bort's recommendation.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful porridge, clearly.
I said sarcasm there, and I don't appreciate that.
No, I would never.
This is my life's work.
Scrim has question for you, cook lady.
Mm-hmm.
Scrim remembers kind of fancy man who left just before big dinner started. Who is fancy man?
Fancy man? Who's fancy?
He was the big guy. I think we learned his name was Helid or Helod or Holid or what, something along those lines.
Oh,
my handwriting sucks. So
yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. Halad, Hallod.
Halad, yes, salad with an H.
Who is him?
I remember it.
Well, he's a large, imposing man, obviously.
Well, we gathered that, but
is him from
He's
town?
kind of a town bully. He definitely picks on Finnick. Finnick, when he comes into the tavern, Finnick is definitely frazzled all the time. Halad's been known to kind of beat up Finnick during bar fights.
Where
Halad?
Yeah, I thought you guys were friends with him. Why do you guys let everybody pick on him so much?
I mean, we try to stop it.
Not.
That's why
Not
he
hard
works in the
enough.
kitchen mostly now, because it helps get him out of the main room.
Does
Well,
Halad like your
how
turnip
more-
porridge?
Yeah, he's fine with it.
Does he order it? Ever?
Yeah.
Where
Does
where
he?
can us find him? This Halad.
Yeah.
Oh, Halad? He has a house in town. Yeah.
A dead house or his own house?
No, he has his own house.
could you point us to where it is?
Yeah, I could do that. And she kind of points out exactly where it is. It's on the northwest side of town. It's near the dead houses, but it's one of the first decent houses on the northwest side of town.
Maybe on our way back after Bear, and we get Rosemary. We stop by this bully house.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
I like this idea.
So
Well,
I'll
there's something
I'll
about
thank our
this-
host, but I think it's time we. Sorry.
I would say we heard something about this ranger who comes into town frequently. What do you
Oh,
know
yeah.
about them?
I don't trust rangers.
Why
is
not?
that?
They're just quiet. They keep to themselves. She doesn't come in very much, and when she does, she doesn't say very much. She deals with Delma a lot.
A lot of things point to Delma.
Well, Delma runs the tavern and inn. She's kind of our upper management, if you will.
I don't understand corporate structure, but
It,
also
it does seem unlikely that she would poison someone inside of her own establishment, though.
this is
Yeah,
true.
no,
I-
Delma's a sweetheart. She's
I-
offered Finnick a place to stay. She gives him food.
I have gathered from your village that everyone in your village is great and wonderful and would never do anything bad to anyone. But there is the
I
small problem
appreciate
of
that.
the fact that someone did something bad to Bort and now he is dead.
That is
So,
true.
that
And we need
must
to find
be-
out who it is for sure.
Now, do you know where one could find Finnick? Because he's sort of a missing piece in all of this and we need to talk to him.
Did you look in the horse stables?
Yes?
Yes, he was not there.
No?
We only found fleas.
Lots of fleas.
So I
Yeah.
need the rosemary.
And us looked in all the dead houses. No Finnick.
No.
That's odd. I don't know. I've never tried to find him outside of work. I mean, I just hear he stays sometimes in the dead house and sometimes out in the horse stables. And Delma's fine with him sleeping in there. It's perfectly fine.
That's very charitable of her.
Yeah.
Scrim said,
Goddamn town.
She's
Scrim
offered him a
is-
free room, but he's happy to stay in the horse stables. He likes it out there.
Scrim likes your biscuits, but maybe it's time for us. We going for to get the roseberries.
Yeah. Do you guys want a jar of honey?
Yes.
It's the least I could do. She gives it over to Scrim.
Scrim admires it and then hands it to Muriel.
I like you, Scrim.
Scrim likes Scrim too. And Crick.
Oh, you had that sack for us?
Oh, yes. Do you have like a burlap sack or something?
Oh, yeah, I have a sack over here. Let me just dump some turnips out. And she, like, empties the turnips into a cauldron.
It's a real
Scrim.
2-note town, folks.
Yeah, they gotta rotate those crops.
That's probably the problem, man.
And no wonder the soil sucks. They're not doing any crop rotation.
Turns out it was suicide after all.
Right.
Got one more goddamn turnip.
Just remember, like 5 years from now, you guys are gonna be somewhere and like you're gonna see like on a cooking show turnips, and you're gonna think of this game.
That's true.
Hey,
and a dead dwarf.
just
maybe
so
some
you
bee
know,
stings.
we have some turnips in our fridge. Just, you know.
Oh, it's fine by me.
Scrim will not come to your house.
But just before we do head out, is anyone else injured or missing hit points?
I think I'm missing a finger or two.
Scrim has just a few little bee stings, but is okay.
So
I'm feeling great.
I can use medicine.
If
Yes.
anyone
Yes.
wanted her to treat their wounds, let me know.
Her?
Yeah.
She's gonna treat
Yeah.
him with honey.
Amora? With honey? Oh.
Scrim was down 3, so any little removal of the bee stingers or
Yeah,
just-
she'll definitely give you like an ointment that heals you for 2 hit points.
Okay, I was gonna say I used medicine on him and rolled 3 exactly.
okay,
Oh.
perfect.
Yeah, I could use that too. I'm down 4 hit points.
Okay.
If someone wants 3, she'll give it to
Yeah, you got them back.
Great.
you. There you go.
Thank you.
I just assumed while everyone was talking, I was just going around from person to person doing first aid.
That works.
Yep.
I feel bad.
So-
I'm eating popcorn over here, guys. Sorry if I'm.
So
chewing
some
into
about
the
the
mic.
Tsar's fingers back on.
Okay.
We must go now, Amora. We have a date with a bear.
A bear? Oh no! Are you going to get rosemary?
Yes, did you know that you can cook with it?
Yeah, of course I knew that.
Oh, well, I think you're the
I'm
first.
a cook.
You should try
Yes,
it.
well, you seemed unsure about flowers, so
Well, no, I don't know where they grow. I mean, I haven't seen them. How are you going to hold that against me? Do you know where flowers are growing right now?
Ooh,
well, I don't
brother.
live here.
Okay.
And
but
I'm
they're-
not a cook.
Go look on my lands. You won't see any of the flowers you were looking for.
We do know the bear grows flowers.
The bear.
Don't think.
Hmm.
Okay.
Careful out there. Finnick has
dangerous to
taken
go
some
alone.
before.
Has he?
What?
Yeah. If you do get some rosemary, if you could try to get some extra for me, I would greatly appreciate it.
Okay.
So Finnick would go get rosemary sometimes.
Yeah. Well, more
By
like
himself.
yeah, for me.
So you're concerned about the 5 of us going together as a group to go get some rosemary, but you were unconcerned about him going alone.
A small goblin.
She points at Balthazar
Yeah,
and is like, he's missing skin on his face. Him over there, he's in some armor. Like, you can't outrun him.
As a larger group, yeah, we're more likely to make our presence known than a single goblin.
Don't worry about my face. It just kind of does that. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, well, I mean, if the bear gets you, it's going to take more than just the skin, though. It's not anything to mess with.
We'll be cautious. Thank you for your hospitality.
And
Yeah,
your
no
honey.
All right. So you guys make your way out, and you know that you're going to have to travel a little bit northeast to kind of get to where the approximate area of the bear was. What is your plan?
Scrim would like to sneak forward.
Okay. About how
I'll be-
far out from the approximate area do you want to start sneaking?
Are we gonna head up the river and then go into the woods, or are we gonna go through the woods? That's the question, I guess.
Follow the river? Isn't that usually? I'm just thinking for not getting lost. That probably is the safe way to go.
Okay.
So, real quick though, sorry, my connection dropped, so I think I messed up where everybody is.
Oh,
No,
Paula.
we're good.
Yeah,
I think.
screw
Oh no, you. Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, I totally did. I'm sorry.
Ooh. All right, let's just everybody swap character sheets. We're
It's
doing this.
only you and Balthazar.
Ready? Catch.
I'm you. Yeah, I'm you right now, Paula. So you get to be Balthazar now.
Oh, well, it's just the two of us then.
I can
Perfect.
be Muriel.
That
I can be
mind
a little
link was a
sassy.
little permanent, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I can pretend like my skin's falling off, and
Can I just, for my own
Can you though?
edification, for my own edification, can I hear your best Balthazar voice?
No, no.
You should try it.
I'm gonna pass on that one.
Oh,
Nope.
fine, sister.
Oh, very well. I knew you were ashamed of me.
I couldn't do it justice,
Yeah,
like you can. That's really what it is.
I was gonna throw on my best Muriel too, and now you don't get to hear it.
All been denied.
All right, sorry.
Okay.
We're good.
Continue on.
So you have an approximate area of where the rosemary is.
Yeah.
About
So
how far
go
out?
up. We're gonna go up the river to that approximate area.
Okay. And then
And
just
then
sneak
that-
into the woods.
Yeah, then Scrim will sneak into the woods like with maybe a 30-foot head start over the rest of the group.
Okay. So so everyone's about 30 feet behind you.
Yes.
Yeah, that seems right.
Okay.
Yep.
So here's what I will do.
And
Everybody,
just
everybody,
as
give me a stealth check.
FYI,
Yep.
Scrim has the very sneaky feat, so he can move with the sneak action up to his speed better than normal people.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, everybody give me a stealth check.
Nice.
And give me just a
Okay.
second to pull up my stats.
For the record, I am so sorry.
And
Did
that
you
is
crit fail?
exactly why you are 30 feet behind.
Are you
Yeah.
the clanky one?
I am the clanky one. I got a 4.
I move very stealthily because I'm not wearing any clothes.
So is that a 4 with? Well, you don't have bonuses, probably.
I don't have a bonus. Yeah, it's
Okay.
whatever I roll on the die.
Okay. So
I
you,
have a
19.
24.
what is your perception, Finnick? Your bonus.
Finnick. Oh.
Yeah. What's your bonus on it?
Oh, plot twist.
It's plus what?
You mean me?
Yeah.
Scrim.
I think I called you Finnick.
My straight perception bonus is a +6.
Plus 6.
Damn son.
Okay. So you're walking ahead, sneaking ahead, and you hear dirt
Me?
clanking behind you. Clunk, clunk, clunk. Like almost
Can
like
I
you ran
use
into
that?
a tree or something.
I was gonna say, can I use that to my advantage and just move like the opposite direction, so that whatever, if I wake the bear up, it's gonna go after me and not notice? Because I know wearing my like scale armor or whatever it is that I have, chainmail,
What's your perception bonus, Durgan? Let's see if you know.
+4. My
you definitely
perception
know.
bonus is higher than my stealth.
Yeah, you rolled. I got a 23 for you, so you crit succeeded this.
Okay, I'm just gonna like take off and like try to draw the bear away.
So how far away, or how long, how many feet are you going to move the other direction?
I'll take, I'll move, say 50 feet away.
50 feet. Okay. So you're about 80 feet then from Scrim.
Goodbye, Durgan.
Oh, sorry. I'll try to stay within. I'll stay within 75 feet of Scrim so I can get to him in a full move if I have to.
Okay.
And that's also away from everybody else. So it's, you guys should be fine.
I miss you.
Okay. So Scrim, you kind of come through, like you see a bunch of bushes, right? Regular bushes, and you kind of squeeze through them real quietly. And you guys see him kind of disappear through these bushes. And Scrim, as you do, on the other side of these bushes is a very large grizzly bear with scars on its face, sleeping. And you're about 10 feet away from it.
Do I
But
see the?
You
Do I
do
see
see Rosemary all around, just beyond him.
Thanks to the very sneaky feat that I have, because I made my stealth roll, I do not become observed if I don't have cover or greater cover. So I will continue to go around the sleeping bear and begin trying to harvest some rosemary.
So, due to the crunchy leaves, I do need another stealth check.
Okay.
But I'm going to make it for you. What's your bonus?
My bonus for my stealth is +7.
Okay. Everybody else, except for Durgan, give me a perception. You said +7?
Yes.
18.
11.
18, 11. Would Dave get
I don't
it?
get to make perception.
You're really far away.
Okay, fair enough.
You're double
10.
the distance. You had a 10 also?
Did.
Okay. So, Madame Marielle, you hear leaves. You also hear a bear, and Scrim, you hear this too, starting to wake up. By the way, I got a total of 10 for you. I rolled a 2 on the die. Or, I'm sorry, I rolled a 12 with your bonus, your +7.
So hearing Scrim, I assume making some noise in the leaves, and also hearing the bear, Muriel will move forward a little bit faster, still trying to be quiet, but she'd kind of like to catch up to Scrim a little bit. See if she can get him to, just slow down a little bit. A little bit slower.
Durgan,
Be a
you
little bit
see
more careful.
Madame Muriel start to move a little quicker. It looks a little off to you and how like she quickened her pace.
Okay.
Everybody roll initiative.
Okay.
Use your stealth, Scrim, for your initiative.
Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'll throw mine in the chat there.
Okay. I have a number. Okay. Whose number was first? Sorry, it's blending with the previous numbers you guys typed.
Everything after where I wrote "you're good" is current ones there.
Okay. So Durgan has.
I think it starts with my 23. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Durgan first, and then me. Oh, Durgan, and then Muriel, then me.
19, 10 for Crick. Scrim 15. Muriel 20. Okay. Durgan, you get to go first. So these bushes are about 70 feet in front of you.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, I tried to make sure I was 75 feet away from Scrim, or from the area Scrim was going to. So I'm just going to take all 3 of my turns to move up and get adjacent to Scrim so I can protect him with my
So
shield.
you just bust up through the bushes?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys see Durgan just start sprinting, and Scrim, you can hear clunk, 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 and it's getting louder, and all of a sudden you hear as he comes through the bushes.
I'm not taking a chance. I'm sorry.
And he's right up on the bear. And yeah, it is now the bear's turn. So if he wasn't fully awake before, he's awake. And hearing the clunking, even in Scrim, you saw this. You're like right next to his face, right? As you're kind of sneaking around him and stepping on leaves. They're going crunch, crunch, crunch. And you see the eyes, as soon as the clunking starts happening, the eyes pop open real big. And it doesn't notice you. Its eyes move towards the direction of the noise. And as Durgan comes through the leaves, the bear leaps up on its hind legs and attacks with its claw. With its claws.
Better me than
it's
Scrim.
You. It's attacking Durgan.
No, I know. It's better it attacks me than Scrim.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. So... Oh, my goodness. That is a 35. Is that a crit?
Yeah. I have an armor class 17.
Okay. Well, I only rolled a 2 and a 1 on the die, so that's not that bad. You take 9 points of damage, and you are grabbed. I'm going to give you a chance to do an opposed athletics, though, to be out of its grab. Because it just says a grab action, like plus grab. But I want you to have a chance to, like, not be grabbed.
Ooh, that is 24. That was a natural 20, by the way.
Yeah, you're able to prevent yourself from being grabbed by its first attack. All right. Its second attack is also a claw. Oh my gosh. 32. Oh, wait. Agile is -4 on the second attack. So 28.
That is another crit.
That is a crit?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. What kind of bear is this?
For those of us
24 points on the second.
So meta moment.
24 would have knocked me down from full anyway, so I'm down.
Okay.
For
That's
those
not
of
more
us-
than double, right?
What defines the crit? Is it because it's 10 more than your AC?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he would have crit on a 27 or higher.
What's your AC?
17 at the moment.
What?
Actually, hang on. I was looking at the wrong stat block. Sorry. It's -5 more, so it's actually less than that. I was looking at the cave bear, not the grizzly bear. My bad.
Oh, okay. That might
Grizzly
change
bear is
things
only
then.
a +11.
Okay, so that would probably change those crits then.
Yeah, so take off 3 points from the first one.
Okay.
And then the second one, you're going to take off 6, 7, 8, 9. Take off 9 points.
So 12 total. Okay, so I'm still
Sorry
standing
about
now. No, that's fine. That makes me feel a little better.
Actually, should I roll? I should, because I just noticed something else that's different. The damage is different too. So let's re-roll all the damage. I am going to retcon this because this is a huge difference.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
either
okay.
2d8 plus 6 or 1d10 plus 4. So that's a big difference.
I'm good with that.
All right. So first one's legit 5. I rolled a 1. Oh my gosh. I'm not even kidding. I rolled 2 1s. I don't know if you can even see that.
I'll take your word for it. So how much? So another
you
5?
Took 10 total damage. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, I'm happier with that.
But on the second one, give me an athletics check to not be grabbed.
Okay. 19.
I had a 29.
Oh, well, okay, I'm grabbed.
Okay. So it grabs you. Stupid cave bear. Okay. Now it is that was his turn.
Muriel's turn.
Muriel, I believe.
Yes.
All right. So I am going to run forward up by where Scrim is. Muriel will actually do this elaborate tumble forward, landing in front of Scrim, putting her arm out in front of him and drawing her sword, pointing it at the bear. And she tells Scrim to never fear, that she is here to defend him. And then she will run forward. So I'll use the tumble through for panache.
Okay.
And I got a 23 on that. And then I will run forward and attack for my last.
What is that opposed? Like, what is the?
So
you roll to do a panache. What number are you trying to beat with that? I don't. I know it's in the advanced player's guide because it's a swashbuckler.
It doesn't tell me what I'm trying
I got the book
to
right
be.
here.
Okay.
It just tells me at the DM's discretion after succeeding on a check to perform a particularly daring action. So I assumed like a tumble forward would be like an acrobatics.
Right.
Because that
maybe
seems
like a charisma check or something on my
what?
end.
I don't
it causes
know.
it to be like distracted, right? That's the idea, and then you
No,
can like, attack
this
it.
one is supposed to be a performance skill style,
right,
or like an acrobatic move.
right.
It's
So-
not. I don't know if it's necessarily supposed to be distracting, but it's supposed to be part of my fighting style.
Right.
I just found it.
I think what you. What skill did she use in the first place?
Panache.
No, like the skill roll that she made.
Oh, acrobatics?
Yeah, there should be a skill check associated with it.
Yeah, so that's not an opposed thing, but what
Doesn't-
you could do is just set the DC based off of what you consider to be how difficult it might be to get panache on the bear.
She's got panache.
Okay.
Go for it.
So then I will run forward with my rapier and I will attack the bear.
Okay.
And that is a 22 to hit.
Yep, hits.
And that is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Do I
So
get
cool.
do I get my dex bonus on damage? Do we
I don't
know?
think so on this. I think it's always strength. Unless the
You,
weapon has
I'm
the trait.
finesse weapons.
Unless the weapon has the trait.
The rapier.
Well, yeah, I know with Starfinder, you have to be a particular class to use your dex on damage.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I
then
just finesse. It has finesse quality. You can use your dex mod. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about a certain class. It's you can use.
Right. That I thought it was something
So-
like that. So yeah.
on damage, I
for
can't.
for damage too.
Oh, it says you still you still use your strength modifier when calculating damage. Yeah.
Okay, so then I only did 5. Dang.
Damn.
My dex bonus is 4 too.
5 additional
close.
damage?
No, just 5 total.
And, oh, okay. So instead of 9, it's 5.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Bam. Remember, this is like almost like 3.5 a little.
Yeah, well, I know that's
Little.
why. Well, that's why I was, I wasn't 100% sure.
Okay.
So, I'm also sort of confused.
So that was 2 actions, right? You still have a third?
Well, I ran forward the first time, then I did the tumble, then I did the attack. So I think
Yep.
that's all 3. I was
Okay.
counting that as all 3, but I mean, if you want me to go again, I can
Nope,
also.
that's good because I
Okay.
actually forgot my third attack because I retconned the other, and so I only did 2 bear attacks anyway. So
That's-
you know,
Okay. That's okay. I'm up here with Durgan. I got this. Apparently, my AC is better than his anyway, so it's.
it's
fine.
Balthazar though. Maybe we'll get some cool glowing eyes or something. So you see your sister go tumbling into the bushes,
She's so cool.
and you hear the bear let out a noise as it gets slashed with something, and you also heard Durgan grunting and groaning like he was dying over there.
Yeah.
But then I stopped grunting as much, so it's like
Yeah,
I got a
but
little
then
better.
it's
Grunted
you-
slightly
you got
less.
hit hard, but
Yeah.
then realized you didn't get hit as hard for some reason.
Yeah, Balthazar's having one of those Mandela effect moments where he's sure that he heard Durgan scream out in pain, but it's not quite the same. I'm gonna run forward at my speed, 30 feet, and get closer, get a good line on my sister and the bear and Durgan getting chewed up by a bear. And then
Yeah.
seeing my best friend being mauled by a bear, Balthazar like trembles a bit with rage and shuts his eyes, and then when he opens them, it's like
Stay away from my best friends.
and I'm gonna cast Daze on the bear. So the bear needs to make a basic will save.
Basic will save. Okay. Does a 14 do it?
It does not. My DC is a 16.
So he's going to take some damage.
So he is going to take, he just takes my spellcasting mod, so he takes 3 charisma from my charisma, so 3 mental damage, but he is also has the stunned 1 condition.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he doesn't. Shit. That's
No, he
only if
doesn't.
he critically, it's only if he critically
Oh.
fails the save. He gets, damn, so he just takes the
Good.
4. That sucks. I was trying to get that bear off of you. Damn.
So how many spells or how many actions was that? 2 actions for the spell, 1 for the movement?
And for the move, so yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Excellent.
I tried, friend. Sorry.
Scrim.
I appreciate the effort.
This bear has its back to you at the moment.
Yes.
You have him flanked.
Yes. So obviously the first action of Scrim will be to take his sword, which he was going to use to harvest some rosemary, and instead use that to stab the bear viciously with his sneaky attack.
Nice.
Which will be a 23.
Regular success.
Okay. Fair enough. For 6 plus 4 more. So 10 total for the sneaky stab.
Ooh, nice.
Second action will be a follow-up swing at my negative with my agile, versatile finesse.
So it's -4.
Yes. But that is still a dirty 20. -4 is 16.
Miss.
And his third attack will be... Or no, he won't do a third attack. He will spend his last of his actions swooping down with his open hand and ripping out a clump of rosemary in his hand.
Okay.
Carry on, brother.
Crick.
So is that in case he's got fleas? So I want to take the sack with the beehive in it and throw it at the bear.
Okay.
We ever take the beehive?
So, you can see the bear on the other side of the bushes. Do you want to move closer, or do you want to try and throw it from outside the bushes?
I will move a little bit closer and then lob it at the bear.
How close do you want to get to the bear?
No closer than 20 feet.
Okay, so no closer than 20 feet. So we'll say 20 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, roll to hit the bear with the beehive.
All right. I don't know what a beehive roll is, but
Oh no! Did you crit fail again?
I rolled a 2.
Add your
to the
dex
2
modifier
crew.
on top of that.
That's a 5.
Okay, so you critically fail.
Uh,
I imagine you go to you pull the bee's nest out and you hold it above your head and run, and you go to throw it and you hit yourself in the back of the head, and it goes up and rolls into the bushes. And because you're 20 feet away from the bear still, everybody is in the swarm. That was your first action. Actually, 2 actions because of movement too. But
Kick it like a soccer ball.
yeah, what do you want to do with your third action?
can I try and boot it to the bear?
Yes.
All right.
Watch this kid, Natty.
That isn't that one.
Are you for real?
It's terrible. Yeah.
Okay.
That
So
is
Dice
not
jail.
that you
You're
were-
going to dice jail.
this
You're
is
not allowed to
exactly-
do things anymore.
I've been using the virtual dice, and they've not rolled over a 12 for me tonight.
This is 100% just like you would imagine. He goes to kick it because the beehive was rolling. He misses it, goes up in the air, and lands on top of the nest with his back. The good news is he's smothering the hive so the swarm can't get to everybody else right now.
Oh no, there's good news.
That's the good news. The bad news is he's going to get stung right now Oops,
A lot.
wrong die.
All right, I'm good at being still now. That's it. I'm breaking out real
4
dice.
points of damage. So you just got stung by the swarm of bees as they're trying to get out of the nest. You can
Rick is gonna
feel them
require-
like on your back, like trying to fly out, hitting you in the back. So you just hear, you feel from a bunch of bees.
Crick is gonna require a massive phobia of bees.
I love it.
Gone better.
This is exactly what I would expect out of a goblin, though.
I just want to say this: if there's any people watching this who happen to enjoy animation, I think it would be most entertaining to animate this scene, and especially Crick's action just now, like just a 6
Oh my gosh.
animation.
Please do. Please
Especially
do.
because he just Charlie Brown kicked a
Beehive.
beehive and fell on his ass. So yeah, I'd love to see that.
Oh. And if you could do it Charlie Brown style, where he just like,
On his head.
Yeah. So you guys hear the bees, and it is Durgan's turn.
Okay, so looking at him, so is the bear still grappling me, considering how many people
Yes.
have been poking it? Okay,
Yes.
so looking at grabbed, it says that I'm immobilized and flat-footed, but immobilized only says that I can't take move actions. So striking with
Still
a weapon,
stab it, right?
yeah. So I should still be able to. Like, it probably has me in a bear hug, and I've just got my sword up like this and stabbing downwards.
Yeah. It basically just means it's difficult to attack him, right?
Yeah.
And then if you want to get out of it, you must succeed at a DC 5 flat check, so no bonuses, right?
Oh, to get out of the grab?
Isn't that what it says? Grabbed.
That's to use the manipulate action. So if I were to try to,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But for one action, I would like to try an athletics check to see if I can actually break free.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Well, that's 23.
I tied you. I don't know who the tie goes to.
I think it would go to the person grappling.
Okay. Then you're still grappled.
Okay. All right. Well,
Do you want to do it again?
that
He has
was
a
me
plus
rolling.
11.
Yeah, that was me rolling a 19. So
Mm,
I'm just.
Damn.
So I am going
I rolled
to
a 12.
Ouch.
use my second action to channel some divine energy into my sword, and I'm
Good
going
idea.
to use weapon surge.
Okay.
So that gives me +1 on my next attack, and I get to roll an extra die of damage.
Gotcha. But you are flat-footed to attack, correct? Oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't
So
make- do you get your
that gives
bonus
me
still?
that gives me -2 to armor class.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so that is 17 plus so that's 24.
24 to hit.
24 to hit. Yeah.
Yep, does it.
Okay. So then that's going to be 2d8 plus 4. So 11. Ooh. 19 damage.
Wow. It's still alive, but you take a huge chunk out of it. I imagine, are you using like a longsword?
Yeah. So I've just got to, like, as the bear's like squeezing me, I've got my arms out and just use, so that'd be piercing damage, I guess.
Gotcha. Where do you pierce it at? Like its neck area or something?
Yeah, I would have gone for like the back of the neck.
Okay. So when you do this, you pierce it deep, but we all know with grizzly bears, like you throw a grenade at it, it's still coming at you. But you could do a lot of damage and it's still coming. Yeah, it's gushing blood. In fact, almost like it squirts out. And since Scrim is behind him, bear blood just douses Scrim like he just had a complete, fully submerged bath of blood.
I just say my apologies, Scrim.
And you have a third action still.
That was my third. It was an action to cast the weapon surge.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate your honesty. Because now the bear is going to attack you.
Fine.
With his agile claws.
Would he have to break the grapple to claw me again?
No, I would think he's only got you grappled with one claw.
Okay.
I mean, I could change it to a bite. I'll change it to the bite. That's
How
I
fine.
just
much
feel like
damage is
I feel like it
clawed?
would be like bear hugging because he
You're
did
right.
attack me with both claws.
So, okay, you are grappled, and he uses his jaws and starts biting you. A 29.
That's crit.
Oh my gosh. He also gets a bonus to damage because you are grappled. Grizzly bear, 2d8 plus 4.
Yeah, this time I'm down. I only have 10 left.
Okay, so it's 12 plus 6.
Yeah.
So 18.
Yep, dying one.
That was his second. Or no, that's his first attack, isn't it?
That was his first attack, yeah.
So he would bite you again. Is that a flat-footed roll? Is that what that would be?
I think that just automatically succeeds.
Does it?
Yeah.
Feeling like you are dying. I feel like as you go
Because
limp,
you are.
Yeah, I feel like as you go limp, he would probably drop you since there's other immediate threats, and he's not really trying to keep you for food at this moment.
So it didn't do the second bite?
Yeah, I'll say he didn't actually bite you. Paula's character's right next to you, correct? Because she stabbed.
Yep.
He will pick up claw Madame Mariel. That's 12, but I rolled a nat 1, so that's if it fails, that's a crit fail. What's your
Are you
AC?
asking me?
Yeah, what's
if
your AC?
12
hit
hits?
your-
No,
12 hit
it's
your
an,
AC.
it's an 18.
Okay.
Oh, no. Yeah, wow, your AC's higher than Durgan's?
Yeah, I have like a super high.
I have no dex, and
have an
I didn't have my
18.
shield up.
Yeah, I have an
Um,
18 dex, and I also have some armor on too.
So as he
Damn.
swings at you, Paula, he actually trips over the body of Durgan, and he goes prone at your feet.
My last act of defiance.
And he gets a third action, which he will just bite at your legs now that he's basically on all fours, right? Yeah, he's going to miss that too. 14?
Nope.
And that was his turn. And it is now your turn, Muriel.
My turn. So Muriel, being the absolutely fantastically entertaining performer that she is going to do some extremely entertaining spins away from the bear. And so Muriel has these scarves, different colored scarves tied around her waist. So as she does these turns, it's actually very interesting and very intriguing. And I have a fascinating performance skill that I am going to attempt to use in order to captivate said bear with my dancing.
Beat a 19.
I have to critically succeed because we're in combat, and I'm pretty sure a 16 is not going to do it.
Nope.
So that is my first action. For my second action, noticing that it is not successful, I will go ahead and, since I have spun away from the bear, I will tumble forward towards the bear for panache, and I've got a 22 on that.
Succeed.
And then I will go ahead and try and swipe him with my rapier for hopefully a killing blow. And that is a 26. And that is 9 points of damage.
So that hits him. And
I'm using confident finisher
yeah, that will kill
because I
him.
had panache.
He only had 8 hit
Yay.
points left.
Oh.
what's it
So
look like?
Muriel tumbles forward as this bear has kind of like fallen over himself trying to attack her, and she slices upwards through its stomach, and it collapses, hopefully not on the dead body of Durgan that he had previously tripped and fallen over.
Dying body,
He's
not
not dead yet.
dead
Don't give up
body.
on him
Well,
so soon.
I'm just, covering all bases.
Okay.
Rather you didn't.
Yeah. So he's dead. Durgan is bleeding out.
Okay, I want to do a thing.
Since
It was
go ahead.
it was my turn next, and well, it's over now. But I want to save Durgan because I had this one queued up, and I'm really excited for it.
Do it.
This Durgan's like lying there on the ground. Like the minute that Durgan went down from the bear, Balthazar did a straight up Darth Vader at the end of episode 3.
No!
And I'm gonna cast Spirit Link, which takes 2 hit points from me and gives them to Durgan.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
They're the smelly hit points, though.
They're
So now
smelly, yeah.
Durgan smells.
Look
And
at your
I can
teamwork
actually-
over there.
I could actually keep this going for 10 minutes where I can just continuously transfer HP to you.
No, that will be enough. I don't want you to. As I regain consciousness, not quite sure what's going on.
So now
Actually,
you
the
have
way
wounded
this-
one, and so does Dave's character, right?
I think that went away when I used the treat medicine, like the medicine skill on him.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Yep, it's 2 hit points. Yeah, and I could keep doing that, but you can also obviously heal yourself from here.
Yeah.
So Durgan, yeah, in your dying state, you've like I'm picturing like Durgan's like going down the light at the end of the tunnel, and then all of a sudden just standing there is Balthazar, like, no, this way, Durgan, come with me. And then and then your eyes open up on the ground, and Balthazar's just standing over you with his big glowy green eyes. Welcome back.
Yeah, so it takes me a moment to figure out exactly what's going on. But I will, like, thank you, Balthazar. I'm in your debt.
And you were right. Dave's character is not wounded anymore from your medicine check. This is going to be a fun GM diary video that I'm going to
Also, you're welcome for killing the bear.
That was really cool. You
I
did
loosened
like all
it.
kinds of flips and things, and it was very entertaining. What was the thing with the scarves, though? That didn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, I figured I'd give it a shot. I'm working on it a little bit. Okay.
Is that like a new routine for the show?
Well, you could say that. I was
Okay.
thinking about it. Just like add it in at the end a little bit.
Well,
Maybe.
it was pretty sick. I was very here for it. Durgan, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Would you like more of my soul essence?
No, that's quite all right. In fact, I actually start treating wounds on Balthazar to give him his hit points back.
Oh, thank you.
And I thank everyone else, and I'm glad everyone else is safe. And then I'm gonna take some time and just try to like stitch myself up.
Is Crick still laying on a beat?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if like the bear blood like doused the bees so they can't fly too.
We're not
or,
out of
like-
combat, guys.
Because there's
Oh.
bees.
Yeah, so it is actually. So yes, you used your turn.
It was
to
my
heal-
turn next.
You
So
healed
like that,
Durgan.
yeah.
He did. Say he did a free action to respond. There's a swarm of bees that is starting to get out from
Damn
underneath Crick.
All right. Well, if that's
It
the
is
case, though,
Scrim's turn.
Well, Balthazar probably has more actions.
yeah, that was 2. So I still have 1 action left.
Oh,
I
okay.
use Spirit Link, so I can keep this going then. And I will. I'll maintain it. If it gets around to my turn again, at the start of my turn, I can give Durgan another 2 hit
I actually
points.
forgot about the bees, so thank you.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I was gonna remind you.
And I still have 1 left. All my spells are 2, pretty much. Balthazar's gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna run a little ways away from Durgan and be like, "Oh shit, bees," and just get a little distance and kind of get up near Muriel. Well, no, Muriel, you're pretty much right there too because you just killed the bear.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like how he's like very casual as he says it, but then like And panic runs away.
You could move 30 feet
Shit.
away out of the
Yeah.
rosemary bush side.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. And then I'll end
Okay.
my turn there a little ways away.
Okay. Now it is Scrim's turn. You see bees starting to fly around you guys. What are you going to do?
Scrim grabs another chunk. He shoves like the original wad of rosemary
Mhm.
into his the front of his cloak, and then hacks another chunk of rosemary and another, and just gathers up more wads of rosemary and begins kind of skittering away.
Okay.
Run away! Run away!
How many
Oh,
feet
crap.
do you move?
25.
Are you following Balthazar out the north side of these bushes?
Yes.
Okay.
Back towards the river because water is safe.
Okay.
Come along, Scrim.
All right.
I have to remember for next time, I actually have orc ferocity. So I could have used a reaction to stay up. So that's on me. I got to make a note on my front page of my character sheet so I don't forget about that.
Right. All right.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
Crick. You're on top of a beehive.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll off of it and pop one of my smoke bombs.
Okay.
Because the other lady said that the smoke puts them to sleep or something.
Yep. She did say that.
So it's a radius of 5 foot burst. Really, I mean, the only thing it really is supposed to do is obscure, I think. But, I'm going with it puts bees to sleep. So my first action will be to pop the smoke and then get up and run away with the beehive.
They're pacified by smoke. So, I'm sorry. What was the next action?
Get up and run away with the beehive.
Oh, you're going to take the beehive again?
Yeah, I went through a lot of trouble with this beehive.
You're going to put it in that that bag again?
I'll put it back in the sack, yeah.
So the sack would be, I would say, probably 2 manipulate actions. So you, how much was it to do the smoke? One action?
You know what? That was probably
Can't you quick draw though as an alchemist?
I don't know.
Maybe if I have that.
I can't remember if that's a feat or not. It might
I think
be
it was
a
an
feat.
option I could have taken but didn't. So no, it probably takes 2 actions to pop the smoke bomb,
Okay.
and then
So the
can I-
bees definitely dissipate when you do that.
Okay.
And then you pick up the beehive with your last action, we'll say. Or how about this? You just take your bag and you throw it over the beehive.
Scoop it. Okay.
Yep. Kind of scoop it up.
I say if they're pacified, you should just pick up the beehive and just shake it and just shake all the bees out.
That's a great idea. You should do that, Crick.
Well, I was working on the assumption they all came out already. Since
Yeah.
they had been
Probably
stinging
still
me.
a drop or two of bees in there.
You got it in the pouch.
All right.
And with that, we will end the session there as combat comes to an end.
Huzzah!
So there
MPV for the GM.
What's that?
No.
I didn't even get to use my fancy dice I just pulled out because the other ones were failing me so badly.
I do want to say I'm sorry for using the cave bear stats. I was
No,
like,
that's-
is this really this powerful?
I'm glad you caught it.
Plus 16 is a big difference than plus 11, which plus 11 is still really damn high.
Yeah, that was a tough
Plus,
fight.
that was plus 16.
Yeah.
Damn.
I definitely don't have a lot of hit points, which is why I have a high
Yeah.
HP.
Well, when I was like 36, I was like, this is impossible. And then I looked and I'm like, wow, it does. And then I did the other one. I'm like, damn. And then I was like, oh, wait, that says cave bear. And then I felt like an idiot. And then I screwed up how many actions the grizzly bear had because I'd been rolling for the last 5 minutes. And so then I forgot the third attack, with that. So
I do wonder though what Balthazar's hit points are going to do to my paladin abilities.
There's just a weird. You have a cold now, probably.
Yeah, just like a nosebleed. Just I don't know.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
weird. Mm.
The best part is
It's like black that comes out.
Yeah, some kind of sludge. Yeah.
the best part is your characters head into the hereafter, and Balthazar Balthazar pops up in front of him.
Hello, Durgan.
Yeah, like I see Amade there, like with her hands out, like ready to take me into her embrace, and Balthazar just pops out
not
of
so
nowhere.
fast.
Ugh.
Yeah, even the damage is a significant difference because the claws of a grizzly bear are 1d10 plus 4, whereas the claws on the cave bear is 2d8 plus 6.
What's the level of the cave bear?
Double. It's a creature 6 rather than creature 3.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you guys get 120 XP just from the bear encounter, so you should be at 440 there. And then based on the interrogation of the cook, you get another 40 XP.
And the bees twice.
Bee encounter.
Oh, I'm sorry. The 120 does include the bees, though. The first time.
So how much total XP should we have now?
Bees are one.
We had 360 to start with. This.
Yeah,
I think we're at five.
So another 40.
So a total of 5.
So 160 from
should
the
be at
bear and the
520.
bees,
I
and
think
so
we're at
200
520.
total.
So
Yeah, so you should be at
so
560.
560.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, 560. Okay.
Yep.
560. Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah, we're over
anticipate you
halfway
guys
to a
fighting the
level.
bees twice.
Yeah, neither did we.
Yep.
Actually, it was
Bee
funny.
counter.
As soon as he threw it, I was like, yes, the whole party's going to get attacked by a swarm of bees again. It was
No.
fantastic.
He jumped on that grenade for us. Thank you, Crick.
Anytime.
You're a good friend.
I can't believe a 2 and a 1 back to back.
Unbelievable rolls from you tonight.
So I have a lot to learn from this session, but it's all good. There were a couple of things I got tripped up on, mechanics-wise. But, and it's funny, too, because once, like we said it, like the agile thing, I was like, I think it's +4, +8. And then, obviously I looked it up, but I know that. And I'll always know it now, because, it came up in game, and that's just how rules work, right?
Yeah, I
That's
think
what I
I
learned.
had the Starfinder number stuck in my head. I was reading that book recently, so.
So this is the first game that we've played where I did not study any of the rules beforehand. Whereas the other two, I've read the rules beforehand a little bit to kind of, you know what I mean? But, yeah, there was that. And then the dex damage thing. Like, does it apply to your damage? And I knew that didn't, but I wasn't 100% sure.
I didn't think it did because in the app it just says like I have a +7 to hit,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't
I think there are
indicate anything
feats
about
that can do it.
damage. But then it's also confusing in the app because there's a section that says the rapier is a die 8, but it tells me to roll a d6. So I rolled a d6 just to err on the side of caution, but I was going to look that up afterwards because that was sort of one thing I remember changing between editions. I think in D&D at
The
one point it
rapier?
went from a d6 to a d8.
Now I'm
Yeah,
curious.
it's a D8 in D&D in 5th edition.
Right.
In 5th edition, yeah. But I feel like there was an edition where it was a d6.
Yeah, I
Maybe
just
that was
looked up-
second.
Yeah, I just looked up Pathfinder. Yeah, it is a D6 in Pathfinder. You're right about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, that's I did not know that though, that you still use your strength for damage with a rapier. Man, I kind of hate that. That makes me sad. It's
Yeah, because the only like the way I can do a lot of damage is with the panache. That's most of it, and I have to use an extra finisher if you want to do the actual like more
Have you
damage.
considered throwing yourself on a beehive? That
You
does a
know,
lot.
I was thinking about that. That was sort of like a plan B option. I was just thinking I'll throw myself on the beehive and then light myself on fire. Because what
That
else
bear won't
would
mess with you then.
do?
Why is he going to mess with you? You're a flaming beehive. You're a flaming whirling dervish of bees.
Yeah.
Oh, to make things more confusing though, the rapier has the deadly D8 trait. On a critical hit, the weapon adds damage die listed size. After doubling the damage, you then add
Only
another
if you have the
D8.
crit specialization ability, which you won't have at first level.
Gotcha.
Goddamn
Okay.
So
Pathfinder.
as you level up, there's feats you can take that will give you the crit specialization ability.
Yeah, I probably won't take those. It's fine though.
Interesting. That's like really helpful in this game. Like I swear, like if the first chance you get that, you should get those. But that requires you taking like the familiarity trait or something with the
But
weapon.
it
You don't need
sounds
to
like
take
there's
that
probably
right
more
after this
fun
session anyway.
stuff.
Were you using precise strikes with your panache?
I I did not the first time. The
Okay.
second time I used a finisher move, which gave me the extra bonus. Like, because the panache just gives you an extra 2 points of damage unless you pair it with a finisher, and then it also gives you an extra 2d6 or something
Okay.
like that. A confident
Yeah.
finisher is what I have. You know.
Mhm.
Okay, so anytime, if you have panache, anytime you strike with your rapier, you're getting that extra 2 damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So I think that kind of offsets a little bit,
Mhm.
and then that
appropriate.
goes up, I think, as well.
Yeah,
Feels
it
appropriate
goes
that-
up
oh, go ahead.
at like 5th, I think it says.
Yeah.
So
Nine.
other than Draven, well, Draven, have you this is your first campaign playing Pathfinder 2e or no?
Yeah, basically. I've played a couple sessions. So a friend of mine is running the second chapter of Age of Ashes so just to give me a chance to play.
Yep.
But I've played more sessions of this than that.
Gotcha. So what do you guys all think so far? I mean, are the mechanics too crunchy for you? Like, what are your opinions on the system?
I was just about to make the joke that it was appropriate that you were eating popcorn for this because it's getting crunchy. It's I cannot believe in just the last 5 minutes the number of mechanics that just came up that I didn't know existed. Like, totally, it's weird. It's funny. It feels oddly inverted. It's so used to spell casting being the more rules heavy side of things, and actually I've been doing mostly spellcasting as an oracle, and my mechanics seem less crunchy than the stuff that just Paula has to deal with just hitting something with a sword.
Right. Well, hers
That
are
was
built into her
unexpected.
ability, so her ability
Right.
tells her exactly how it works. So it's not
Yeah.
like it's a
Yeah.
blanket rule necessarily.
But I think
But
it's
yeah.
more that you have to look at it as a combo. Like you
Yes.
have to do it in a sequence in order to make it really effective.
That's interesting.
You know,
Mhm.
which is different than, you know, if you were a spellcaster, that a lot of your spells take, you know, like 2-3 actions to
Yeah.
do.
Right.
So it's a little bit different, I think.
Right.
It's,
No.
it's
I mean,
Yeah.
it is a crunchier system, but I kind of like that.
Mhm.
I just feel like there's more that sort of keeps you engaged with, like, keeping up with what's going on, and I don't know. I kind of like it.
it's cool for strategy, like
Yeah.
like Paula just said, like being able to like string these things together in a way that makes it effective. That's cool.
Mhm.
The thing is, I don't mind crunch. My only thing with crunch is like, and I don't think this has happened, I only don't like crunch when it's getting in the way, when it's actually stopping, for example, like it's when it's stopping the role play, when it's disruptive crunch.
Mhm.
And this hasn't felt disruptive, but it is a bit crunchy, certainly.
Besides me screwing up the rules, I don't think it's been disruptive either. Like her doing the panache thing, like she's role playing it out, like the spinning and the stuff like that. Which I
That's
love.
super cool.
Love
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I agree. Okay, I was curious. What about you, Dave and Bill? How do you guys feel about the crunch and from the player side? Is it all good for you
I
guys?
haven't really used much for my characters. Mixed up.
Right, you're like, nope, I'm just throwing some smoke.
Yes.
Cool. Bill,
it's
same thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dave. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No worries.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, I feel like there are a lot of really cool options, a lot of, and maybe so many of them that you feel like you have all these choices, but I don't know if they're really choices or if it's just the illusion of choice.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Merry Christmas.
You know what?
We're all quitting, right?
We're quitting
Yeah,
right now.
that's
We're
it.
never
This is
playing
the
it
end.
again.
This is it. No, it's fun. I don't, you know, I have expressed this philosophy. If you choose something more crunchy, like option wise, of course there will be more calculations and combos and stuff, you know, but like with any game, I usually just pick something easy if I don't know the system. And then you learn it if you're interested in the system, and then what seems to be crunchy or overwhelming after a while of playing will become more familiar and more comfortable. So
Right.
I really have enjoyed this gaming experience so far, and you know, it's I think it flows really well. So
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Because I was kind of feeling the same way. So
Yeah, I kind of find, like, from the experiences that I've had running it, the 3-action system, I've noticed, like, I don't know if anyone else, like, if it applies in this particular group or not, but I've seen players try to think of something creative to do with, like, that last action if they've already, like, moved and attacked, for example, instead of just, like, you know, attack, just trying to find something that, you know, they could do, like, for example, hucking a beehive at a bear,
or kicking it,
or kicking it after you failed to throw it. Right? It's just, I don't know. I just find that stuff like that. The 3-action system kind of makes stuff like that more, I guess, easy to happen.
He double failed. Like, so great.
The intention was there, though.
I know. That's what made it great.
Other systems like that, yeah.
Like Juce and Draven, because you know, like, how does Pathfinder have a system for accounting for that, of something that doesn't quite fit anything else? How to calculate how many actions that takes up? Is there, like, a way to do that, or is you just kind of play it by ear?
Well, the rule of thumb is the more complex it is, the more actions you would prescribe to something.
Like,
so yeah, that's intuitive, but exactly how that.
Yeah, like so for Dave to throw, like, the beehive, you probably give it 2 actions, right? One to draw the beehive and one to throw it. Right? It's got sort of a logic to it. I find that
I actually treated it more like a weapon. Like, to remove the beehive was what didn't even count as an action for me. Like, right? Because you can
reasonable minds can
drawing a weapon costs an action in Pathfinder.
It does, yeah.
So technically, I screwed that up too. So
I screwed that up too, because I drew a weapon while I was running forward.
But the results, it's the results, though.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be a stickler for the rules so much if it gets in the way of people doing something.
It's all good as long as we're all screwing up.
Yeah.
And like, it didn't ruin the session. Yeah, he got an extra action, which all that means is he got to fall on the beehive as that 3rd action.
Yeah, so he didn't benefit from getting that extra action.
Right. It worked against him.
What did I tell you before we even started this thing? If you screw it up, no one will know.
Well, see, I'm totally fine with that. But I do want to learn it and do it right eventually. So.
But no, I will say
he always tells everybody every time he makes a mistake, because I'm like, dude, if you don't say anything, nobody's gonna know.
I think
that's not true. I have people lovingly correct me on every mistake I make in every game system, and it's fine. They're not trolling me, but, like, they're politely letting me know what mechanics I do, and I inevitably am like, thanks, don't care.
I ignore those people.
I truly legit want the criticism. Like, I want to master it.
I appreciate it, and it helps me for the next time, and I often make corrections based on the comments from fans on the streams. But, like, I also don't worry about it too much, because if everybody's having fun, it's not a big deal. But the other thing I was going to say is, for people who maybe are used to playing 5e and didn't play any other editions before 5th edition, I don't see the 3-action economy as all that different from 5e, because in 5e you have a move, you have an action, and a bonus action, and often a reaction. So, like, it's a little bit of juggling, and there are some mechanical differences, but I think
it's just the way it's structured, right?
Yeah, I think
there's a little bit more freedom of how you use it.
Yeah, it gives you a little bit more freedom of how to use those actions, maybe, but, like, I don't think there's that much of a significance thing that would bar, like, anybody from trying a game out like this, because I do think there are a lot of choices. That's all.
Right.
I mean, I've been running RPGs and I'm sure most of you have been, or some of you have been doing it even longer, but for like 20 years. And I mean, I still make mistakes even with systems that I've run inside and out. So it's not, like, I would never hold that against someone.
I guess the difference here is that when I make mistakes, I get weirdly defensive about it. So, like, if somebody, well, because if like, again, I'm results driven. So if the result was cool, if someone says you did that wrong, I'd be like, yeah, but I don't care. It was cool.
So I'm 100% the same way. The difference is not 100% the same way.
He lies.
When it comes to criticism, I 100% welcome it. Whether it's, hey, you need to edit your videos longer, or whatever, I take criticism extremely well. Like I don't take it personal. Now, with that said, like you though, if the encounter and everything was fun, who cares, right? 100% with you. And sometimes I'll, even if I know the rule, I'll hand wave it,
Ignore
in
it.
favor of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I don't
Not
care.
not at
in
this
that
table.
regard.
You know, at
Yeah.
this table
no.
we do it differently. Yeah.
I would always err on the side of letting the players try something rather than just shut them down.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So like
You're
you,
yes
I
and,
don't, I don't care if the results are cool. But at the same time, one, I already know people will comment and tell me, "Hey, grizzly bears aren't a plus 16 to hit. How'd you get 38 or whatever you got?" You know. So I know that's coming, which is fine. But again, I do want to get better at it personally. Whether I implement it when I know the rule or not, like for instance, drawing a weapon, you know, whatever. But like I don't think I'll ever get too hung up on that.
And you know, you got to know
unless
the rules
people
to break
purposely
them.
abuse it every time, you know.
There is a bit of that. When you know the rules well, you know where deviating from them makes sense.
Exactly.
That is true.
And that'll come with time, right? The more you run it, the more
Yeah.
comfortable you get with the system.
And I'm someone who does videos about the system. I don't just play games. So when I do videos about the system, I should know the system, right? You know, so
Yeah, if
when
you're
you're
gonna
giving
comment on the
advice
system,
or
yeah.
tips or any
Yeah,
of
but
that,
how many systems are you currently engaged with? Because for me, I've got
5
different editions of D&D, Pathfinder, Starfinder, Call of Cthulhu, Star Trek Adventures, Alien, Dragon Age. So for me, it's almost impossible to keep everything straight. Like
now
when I run
say
5th
that.
edition D&D, I keep saying like Fortitude, Reflex, or Will. And when I'm
That
running
wasn't
Pathfinder,
4th edition D&D.
yeah, it was. But when I run Pathfinder, I'll say, "Well, make a Constitution save." Like I just
Roll with
I flip them.
advantage.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like-
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. But
Now that you say that, yeah, I have 4 regular campaigns. I have a Rifts one-shot coming at the end of this month. I've got a Dragon Age one-shot coming next month. And I really, really, really want to start diving into Fantasy Flight Star Wars. So 7, 8 games at least.
that's a lot of stuff to keep straight.
Yeah. And 2 of them I'm just a player in, but I still need to kind of know the rules for that too. So yeah, that's true. I don't feel like I've gotten too many things mixed up necessarily yet, but I'm sure
I
it'll
don't
happen.
think so either.
Do you ever do what I do and like purposely take rules from other games that you just think are cool and throw them in? Like I do that in 5th edition sometimes. I use for like luck check type stuff. I use Powered by the Apocalypse rolls sometimes. Have someone roll 2d6.
So
for something random, like I'll do that.
I think that's great.
I do
I
write
like that.
I do some writing. So I am kind of writing out my own system that I'm kind of doing that with that, but I don't implement house rules that are incorporated from other systems necessarily.
Yeah, I do that all
in
the
my
time.
home games usually. So usually because it's like, I don't know. I just don't, I love talking about house rules and I love thinking them up and stuff like that, but I don't usually implement a lot of them in my games.
I use house rules like that for things that I feel like the system itself doesn't cover. That it's like for something like a
spur of the moment, I might.
Yeah, like there was a thing I gave a player in 5th edition, the robe. I think it's like the robe of useful items or whatever, where you can pull off patches and they turn into stuff. And I said that some of the patches were basically blank and they could be whatever you want. You just have to think of what you want when you pull it off. If you actually get what you want, I did it with a 2d6 PBTA style roll, where if you get 6 or less, you get not at all what you wanted. If you get 7, 8, 9, you get kind of what you wanted. And if you get 10 or more, you get exactly what you wanted. And that's just because I didn't feel like the system had any way to cover that. So I just stole a rule from something else and used it, and it works fine.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would probably do something similar if a player wanted more control over it.
Yeah. And I just, with house rules too, I just make sure that the players know about them so they don't feel surprised by house rules when they come up, because then people can feel cheated. But yeah.
I try to make a little document up front and show the players. I don't think any of my players have ever really read it except for Tom and Laura. In any of my games.
Tom and Laura definitely would. Yeah.
Yeah. Other than them, I don't think anybody's ever read any house rules I've sent out.
That's actually, I read it.
Did you?
Yeah, with the Black Rock game.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I read that. Well, of course not, but I don't remember anything anyway. That's not new. That's not related to your rules. That's just a general me thing.
Yeah, that's true. You don't ever know. You don't even know what happened in the last session. So, anyways,
yeah, but now I have notes on this session. See, check out the ranger. Look at,
Oh.
look at.
Oh, hello.
oh hello.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Check
amazing.
out the
hello.
ranger.
Check out the ranger.
We will.
That's literally all her notes from tonight. Check out the ranger.
I totally
Yeah.
thought, by the way, we were going to run into Finnick around the time that you accidentally called Scrim Finnick. I'm like, oh, he must
So-
be around here. Juice has a guilty conscience.
I'll admit, I didn't expect you guys to get through the bear tonight. I thought you were only going to do the old orchard. That was it.
Eh,
That's all I
some
expected.
bees.
So that was cool. But no, I can cross. So I wrote down. I'm prepped for the next like 3 sessions. Well, I thought I was. I'm probably only prepped for the next 1 session now.
Where's
So that's
Finnick?
okay.
Damn it.
So with that said, we are playing next time because we're not playing in 2 weeks because of holidays,
Oh, yeah.
if I remember right. Yeah,
Very
so
good.
we're
I
not
was
playing the
gonna
first.
ask that. We're going to be away, so.
Yeah, we are playing.
New Year's Day is would be the next session if we were. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're playing the 15th. That'll be our next Pathfinder game. January
I-
15th. But yeah, so with that, here on
Do you want to go around?
yeah, let's go around. I'll just do mine first. Tomorrow we have our Black Rock Adventure game. Tom and Laura playing that one. It's a homebrew 5e game. It's my only homebrew right now, and that'll be a good time. Last time the players found a secret door on the back of a tavern, right next to the
Oh
trash.
yeah,
And
that
it
we
happened to
spent
be
an
the keg sheet.
excessive amount of time investigating, and it was nothing.
It was just a door for like the keg to slip out to the back, so someone could
Yes.
pick it up.
Classic.
Like I'm talking at least like 50 minutes. Like, how do we want to approach the door?
And
Like,
it's a door.
yeah,
At that point, you should have just made it a mimic.
Yeah, really. Reward all that effort.
Well, they couldn't
Right.
figure it out from the outside. They went inside and saw the door from the inside then in the kitchen, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be getting 2 campaigns mixed up because I do that a lot. But yeah, it was great. And then Sunday morning, I do a morning stream now. Basically, I get up out of bed, I come out here and flip a camera on, and I stream for like an hour and a half. It's to get my butt moving, and that way I start editing videos and do all that stuff that day. And then, and then next week we will be doing patron chat Tuesday, and then Wednesday mini painting, and that is it until technically we'll play Beckme, I think, between Christmas and New Year's. We'll mini paint, and again, that is it. Like, because of the holidays,
Isn't
we're not going to
there,
be streaming as much, but there will be more
like a
videos.
Rifts one shot or something.
That's true. So patrons get first dibs for as the player spots. We're doing a one shot of Palladium Books Riffs on the 27th, and I'm letting the players choose from like 7 different characters. There's a mercenary, a dog boy, a techno wizard, an elemental fusionist, a glitter boy, juicer, and leyline walker. So. Yeah, if you guys want to play, go become a patron. You get dibs on playing in that game. I think we have room for 1 more player at this moment. And then, and then we're going to do a one shot the following month of Dragon Age for patrons. So, again, we'll stream it too if you want to watch it. It'll be on the 27th. That is a Sunday. So, yeah, with that, Colin, what do you got going on?
Oh, well, Encounter Roleplay season just ended today. Was the last day of the season, and there's going to be a pretty long break because there's a lot going on behind the scenes over there. So that's Pathfinder or Encounter Roleplay is not going to pick back up for a few weeks. So in the meantime, I get to do all the fun stuff over on my channel. So this Sunday on my channel, which is twitch.tv/Colinomicon, there is a murder mystery game that is one of my favorite games ever freaking made. It's a game called Stille Nacht by a great game maker named Petra Volkhausen that is a historical murder mystery. It's a game like you've never seen before, in which the GM has no idea what's going on. The GM does not know the story. The players know the story. And the GM plays the role of a ghost who is communicating to the people around a table. You're having a seance, essentially. And the ghost is there talking to you, and someone at the table murdered the ghost. Made them a ghost. Yeah. And the GM playing the ghost has no idea which one of you it was. And the whole point is to try to find out by asking questions. And this game tends to get super intense. I have yet to see a game of it where it didn't end with at least one person crying. It is a very, very emotional, very, very intense game. And it's one of my favorite. I think it's an absolutely brilliant game. And we put together a fantastic cast for that game. I have a rule now that I never shout out full casts because every time I do, I forget someone and then I feel bad. But I will tell you that it will be GM'd by my friend Kat, who is Cleric of Cord on Twitter, and Starstuff84 in chat today for this, who is just flat out the best damn Steelanacht game master you will ever see. She runs this game absolutely beautifully, and it has just a fantastic cast of people, and it's going to be very, very intense. And you should totally watch it. So that is 7:00 this Sunday on my channel.
Is that Eastern time?
Channel. Yes, 7:00 Eastern time. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
And that Sunday and every Sunday, we run a one shot on my channel. Every week is Draven was mentioned in different systems. I do a different system every week. It ain't a competition, Draven. I'm just messing with you.
It's not one I'd want to win anyway.
It's a pain. It's a total pain. But we run a different system, different cast, different game every week on my channel. I have a million different RPG books, and I want to try all of them.
That's my problem.
I have so many, it's ridiculous. So just running down, this weekend is Steelanacht on Sunday. The week after that is City of Mist. After that is Don't Rest Your Head. After that is Quest, which was a Nerdarchy suggestion from Doug, who's in chat. Morkborg after that. So there's just tons. It's every week you can find something new. And then a little something different for the holidays. This Tuesday on my channel, December 22nd at 7, we are running a game that is a one-page RPG. We've changed the title slightly for Christmas, but the actual title of the game is Oh Dang, Bigfoot Stole My Car with My Friend's Birthday Present Inside. It's a hilarious one-page RPG. We are making a Christmas theme, so instead it will be Oh Dang, a Yeti Stole My Car with My Friend's Christmas Present Inside. Nice. My friend Spencer is running that. I'm playing in it. There's a great cast of people doing it, so check that out. That is 7:00 Eastern on my channel also. And other than that is one other thing. Every Friday when I'm not here on my channel, I have my talk show, the GM Postmortem, where we talk with GMs and game developers about how to run a better game. Yes, Lydia and I run that together. And this Friday is actually this one coming up is actually a pre-recorded one we did because this Friday is Christmas, so we didn't want to actually record on Christmas. But we interviewed Petra Volkhausen, the creator of Steelanacht I was just mentioning. Oh, cool. We sat down and talked to her about designing the game and how it works, and it was a really, really cool conversation. So on this Sunday, watch the game in action, and then come Friday, learn about how it was made. So nice. That is all for me. Thank you again for having me, Juice. This was super fun.
Thank you, Colin. Thank you. Bill, what about you? You're on break now. Oh, scary.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'm done for 2 weeks. Nothing. See you in the new year.
No Illusion of Choice videos or anything?
Nope.
Peace and love, Bill.
Done.
But you just missed the point, Bill. You just missed the point.
Yeah, I know. I missed it all the time, apparently.
For sure. Draven.
So actually, I'm kind of taking a little bit of a hiatus as well. It's been a long year, so I just sort of need to recharge the batteries a little bit. But I had a great time doing this and playing the Keep on the Borderlands, the Beckme game, on this channel as well. So I'll still be, doing that. In the new year, though, be back again, looking at stuff like the Alien RPG, Pathfinder 2e, D&D 5th edition. Yes. All the good stuff. Yeah.
We got to play some Alien, man. I want to play that game.
Yeah, I want to run it. So
we were just talking about that the other day.
I'm totally into it.
Yeah, we'll have to work something out.
I need to make Paula watch it.
What?
Alien movies. I haven't watched those movies in like 20 years.
I love Alien.
I literally just watched the first 3 this week.
What are they on any streaming services?
I don't think I have them on Blu-ray.
I think
I'm that person that still buys physical.
Me too.
Media. Yeah.
I think the first one was on Amazon or something. I think that's where I watched it. I love the first Alien is one of my favorite films of all time. I love that movie.
They had them on something like iTunes for a while. You could get them off of that. I remember seeing that, but I don't have that, but yeah,
Which is
they're
now like Apple TV or something.
something. Yeah, they're great movies, and yes, you should definitely watch the first.
You've
couple.
seen them, right, Paula?
Yeah.
It's just been a long time, also.
Yeah. I just haven't seen him for forever, but no, I've seen him before.
Okay. Yeah, we need to watch those.
If you do Alien 3, you got to do the assembly cut. That's the only way to watch the movie.
All right, I'll remember that. So with you, hopefully Nerdarchy's taking a break so that I can actually be the only person showing up on people's YouTube feeds over the next 2 weeks.
I was gonna say, you guys get breaks.
I'm doubling
Pretty
down
sure
over the next 2
Colin
weeks.
just went over a whole bunch of
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm
too.
doing lots of stuff. I'm taking advantage of this time.
We're doing our normal 3 videos a week over on the regular Nerdarchy channel, and then we do live chats Monday through Friday. Although we do actually take the holiday days off over there, and we'll be taking a couple of weeks off from our, or at least a week off from our. No, it is 2 weeks from our actual gameplay that we do. We're only running one over there right now, and then 1 to 2 articles a day go up over on nerdarchy.com.
Nice.
Nerdarchy, all the things.
Yeah, we like I said, we'll have some videos over the next 2 weeks for sure. But Paula, what about you? What are you painting and stuff? What tables are we making?
What am I painting? I have to finish the last thing that I was painting that I don't remember what that thing is either. And once that thing is complete, the dwarf.
It's little Nerdarchus Dave right here.
painting A little dwarf. So once he's done, which he'll be done super soon, like next time, I'll start something new. I want to paint that monk.
The one with like the swirling thing around it?
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
crouched
that's cool.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
that's
one's
cool.
cool.
And then what did we say what table we're gonna make next week? I don't remember. You wanted to
We
do
didn't.
something and I took a turn on you and we did like a sci-fi table for our patrons.
Fine. It's fine. I'll come up with something.
Okay.
Be great.
Paula's gonna do the whole table on her own.
Yep.
We won't finish it. We'll get
Here
through
I
it.
am. Yeah, we'll get through one thing and then we'll just talk about what I'm painting. There you go. Table's done.
Awesome.
You only have to roll once. It's so easy.
I love it. All right. So with that, guys, hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow when we run Blackrock Adventures. So this is Master the Game. I am Juice. Game on.